One moment, we are, I'm fixing the audio real quick. Alright, you should hear the people now. Redo the intro.
Oh, okay. We'll have to
Hello,
redo it, sorry.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are once again joined by our illustrious cast, and I've just downed an entire bottle of something from the back of the cupboard. So let's get this show on the road, and hopefully we can keep cresting that wave and get this show done before my kidneys pack up. So, ladies and gents, who would like to recap the events of last week here?
Well, I've just appeared at the door, which is unexpected because I'm also inside.
Oh, whoops.
We're dealing with a Schrodinger's pirate scenario.
Yes, thanks to a 1 rolled by someone else last session, my face is now the archetype for all males within 60 yards, was it, of where the spell initiated?
Yeah.
And that was determined by several rolls that just happened to align with the funniest answer. So now, the bodyguards that we were caring for in the last episode have my face. And not something that they expected either. And it seems that we noticed, or one of us noticed last time, that one of the bodyguards has the same last name as one of the welcoming party's members. The leader of the welcoming party, I think.
They really do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. So essentially, Bill has deftly set up a little bit of social drama for us. And I still don't know what I'm going to do when someone bearing my face enters the building. I suppose play dumb is the safest answer.
I mean, after all,
Yeah, I don't know
it's
what I was going to say.
it's
Just
not
play to
just your
friends.
face.
Yeah.
It's our
It's
face.
our face. Yeah.
Right. The people's
Exactly.
face.
This is what we call deniability. There's a myriad of jokes that follow this route, but for legal reasons and for not being assassinated, I'm going to not make them. It's that they're mostly about body doubles. Be that as it may. Any other tidbits people wish to recount from last week before we head on to
We
the
are
show? As it
in
were?
the Cat Cafe,
Let's go.
which, yes, let's go. Very important.
I remember last time I was talking about burning the place down.
No.
I don't know which one of your faces I should punch first.
Mark, I don't know if you wanted to talk about your MILFscapade, but that was going on.
Gilfscapade at least.
MILFscapade, excuse me.
I was trying to unmove this blind old lady, and for the good of the people, though, not for my own interest.
Yes, I
Like-
was
Of
wondering,
course.
Mark, is this an element of your general theme, being sexually attracted to old, frumpy females?
Just this woman and Cher, just them two. That's it.
I once again stumbled across something dire. Oh, I almost forgot to put on the.
I hope this
ambiance.
doesn't awaken something in me.
I also got the ambiance once again, kindly supplied by one Mr. Michael Gelfie.
Yep, link in the description.
As
Who
always.
did
If you like the ambiance music.
Who did the artwork for Iveta here? Or was that just discovered?
That was
It looks Dishonored.
No, it doesn't like from Dishonored, but yeah.
Let me double check my back catalog.
Maybe.
Let's make sure it's not actually from Dishonored.
I don't think it is. I would recognize it.
No, it's a similar
Okay.
style, but I don't think it's actually from Dishonored.
This might be a good time to look at the
think it might be Paizo art.
incredible piece of fan art that we got this week. That
Oh, yes.
the episode.
Sandroc
That's the events of the last episode.
Yes, Sandroc has again produced a absolute banger of a piece. And if you're in the Discord, there is also he's just put up the entire animation of going through and making it. So thank you again, Sandroc, for the absolutely amazing art.
I've been informed that the artwork is the work of one Yonata Mukanzarova, and I do apologise for butchering that name from Kazakhstan.
Oh, yeah, well.
But you listed your location as hell, so
Man, I hope he hates women.
It's probably so much that it's unreal. But at least
I don't know,
this music goes very hard.
whoever they are, they do seem to draw a lot of women. So familiarity does breed contempt. So by that byline,
Perhaps.
This picture by Sandroc, it covers all the bases of the last episode. Look, there's the giant eclair that the ladies were fighting over. There's me with the old MILF lady.
Gil.
Like, everyone's rocking the beards. Even the crab, what's his name? Sultan. It's gone. Even the crab has a beard.
Crap, Rangoon, right.
Man, there
I also
are
forgot his
altogether
name.
too many cats here.
It's a cat cafe.
Exactly. We need to make it just a cafe.
I think that...
not sure Cafe will appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't think...
I've already dragged him into enough bullshit over the course of this campaign. Thank you very much. The man suffered enough.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to start messing with the cats. I think there's at least two members of the party who would not be pleased.
Plus, they had to replace the carpeting.
No, the carpet, you know, is...
You gotta remember the time frame. These kinds of rugs are like prohibitively expensive.
Right, but it's
Are
not
they
made
made from
of
real
cat.
cat faces?
It's like
Yeah,
from
no.
the brushed hair of the cats, just like takes years to collect.
If you threw that on,
Well,
if you
it's
did that
a
and
real
threw it on
cat
someone
face, it's
allergic,
just
they'd
stretched
just
out.
explode into flames.
Unironically seen people do that on various, what do you call it, like Pinterest and stuff, where it's like, oh, here's a animal I wove out of my cat's hairballs. I found her on that.
Fountain isn't that bad. I mean, if it helps, just like
If it's just from a brush, okay, it's a little bit less weird. But yeah,
Felt
it's
this,
still
felt
weird.
that. Have you felt a girl before?
yes,
Good question. Who
Yes.
or what is that in the top right of the picture?
that would be, I believe, the lady at the front that
Yeah.
took our orders.
Yes, I'm not sure why she is depicted as a particularly statuesque drag queen in this scenario.
And why she's in a cupboard?
It's a little
It's very
lurk.
tall.
I mean,
She is very tall, but she's more like
where did
like
you
a
say the
mountain.
person who made this art is from?
Sandroc? I don't know. Again,
See,
thank you.
Sandra, give
Sandroc
us
is-
your
The-
exact location.
No, I
now.
thought you said that this was from
Right.
someone else.
Oh no, the
Oh,
art that
yeah,
was
Sandra.
used for Iveka, I believe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
in
Oh, yeah,
the-
yeah.
Iveta is
Iveta.
the Kazakhstani artist, and yeah,
Oh, but this
In-
is
in-
not from them.
no, this is
No,
this is
that is from
Sandroc,
Sandroc.
our
Okay.
local.
I was going to say maybe Kazakhstan doesn't have bars. Maybe
Yeah,
they
she was
have...
just she was described as a
elevated-
Metallica dude, in which case I think it's a very accurate depiction.
No, I said he looked like Till Lindemann in a dress.
Same thing.
All right, it's Rammstein. It's a band with a
Rammstein,
decent
okay.
drummer.
It appears you've accidentally described her as a muscular drag queen.
Yeah, but she's
Well,
a brunette.
Very cool.
Oh,
That's a
well,
blonde.
let's get
that looks
that
like
solved
that
right
looks
now.
like
Oh, now-
that looks
no, now
that looks
you're
like
just
Margot
being-
Robbie playing Wendelgar.
Just being picky.
Wendelgar has Oozloo pink hair, I'll have you know.
So I'm saying it's a Margot Robbie rendition, so it won't be at all representative. Yeah.
Well,
If you ever want to do a character that's an homage to Wendy, I won't object.
I am saving that one for a special occasion, as Wendy
Oh
is,
no.
as
Bill's
far as
got it in
as
his
far as
back
this,
pocket.
as far as this server is concerned, pretty much sacred.
Perhaps one day I shall reprise my role as Wendy.
We can only hope. Be that as it may, the dander is in the air. There's several copies of Oozloo's character in the room. Being once
Several.
Mom, something's
Oh,
gone
God.
wrong.
Should we have rolled at some point for cat allergies?
There's a specific drawback for allergies.
Alright, so I'm
Okay.
just trying to decide now whether I go with the wow, that's weird, what happened? Well, two other people already have that and I'm not freaked out by it. Or I go with the oh yeah, that happens sometimes. It's the result of my colossal machismo. It happens. I can go with old sea curse, I suppose. And apologize profusely. That's probably a safe bet. Or I go with the "you've stolen our face," which is a possibility. We could go
It's a
that
bold
direction.
move.
Yeah, it is.
Interesting though how
Especially
it's
since he
framed as
seems so
you've
worried.
stolen our face.
Yeah, no,
You're
no, implying that the
recognizing it is
party
the people's
all has it.
Oh, okay.
Implying that it's either a tradition or some sort of magic binding. So I don't know.
Or you're all just.
There's a
You
great deal of
wanna-
confusion unfolding throughout the room at this point, I should say.
Accusatory, deceptive, or confusion.
Well, primarily confusion. Those of you, I think someone in the party ate some of the cake, as did many of the members of the BOI. Those people are, but they are re-riding a fine line between confusion and terror, as something in the cake is taking hold.
I don't think I did. I think Penny might have done.
I believe at least one person did eat some of the cake.
Yeah, I did.
The wall, you know that the walls are starting to blur at the edges just a bit.
All right, I'm gonna redo
fractal.
my aura of calm.
I'm gonna just have some more of my water, hopefully avoiding cat hairs that got in there.
The second the ward of calm spreads over you, it starts to manifest physically as an audio hallucination of the words, "The presence is benevolent. The presence is benevolent. The presence is benevolent."
another swig.
Oh, could I determine more specifically what the aura of calm should be like?
Oh no, it seems to be. You're not sure why.
Or was it making it
Error.
worse? Because I did that right before we stopped. I thought, yeah, or near the end.
Error seems to be having some kind of reaction to it.
I have a fantastic idea.
Panic.
I was gonna suggest that it just plays "Jammin'" by Bob Marley in everyone's head.
I have a fantastic
hold that.
idea. Right, so you're having audio and visual hallucinations, right? Well, I can create additional hallucinations,
Why would you do that?
You don't
which
know
will
about
make it
it,
even more
so-
exciting.
Yeah. You would have
I'll just
to roll a
duplicating
heal
the
check
cat.
to ascertain what is going on with the people who are affected
There's
by
a
the cake.
point where we should have stopped, and we've clearly passed it. So let's keep going and see what happens.
Yep.
That's why we have
expression.
the random number charts.
Is
Well,
there
I don't know
anything
that she's
I can
hallucinating yet, so fair enough.
roll to like be able to tell
Nature or heal
nature
or alchemy.
Let's.
I just want to check that we're in
Anyone
a
may do so.
room full of people who are basically tripping balls, and we're asking how are we going to explain a bunch of people have the same face. Like, it seems like the first thing is the answer to the second thing.
Maybe.
Good point.
13 on nature.
You
Well,
look
I
on the-
could always create an illusion of his real face over his new face.
Okay. Eris,
Yep.
looking at the cake, slice of cake, you realise that one of the berries you're bitten into is what's called a storm cloudberry. It's a very perishable fruit, only found in the hills of quite frigid regions.
I wonder where this
But
comes from.
It is based on a real thing, by the way, Penny. I don't know if you know
some
what it is.
dwarves have managed to cultivate it due to their very strict controls of the environmental, like humidity and temperature within dwarven fortresses. They are, to a dwarf, storm cloudberries are absolutely delicious. They are absolute peak of flavor, and they're incredibly delicate. So they have a lot of pride in it. To non-dwarves who do not have such a steady metabolism, storm cloudberries are a good way, basically a one-way ticket to the astral plane is one way to put it.
Let's go. I'm already dying.
They are
No.
Let's go.
they are metabolizing the average humanoid into DMT.
Ah, well.
Can I figure out a way to
Have a
make
nice
it
trip.
less bad? That would be a happy trip at least.
Well,
Do I
you
know of
certainly
anything-
picked the best
Sorry.
location for it, I suppose.
Do I know of anything that can enhance a DMT trip?
Are you aware that I'm tripping balls?
Not yet, but I might be.
I would like
Again,
to
or you
grab
t-
a cat and hug it.
Yep,
Just
you
any
may.
cat. And
You
just
may.
sit there.
And it's quite content. You could do so. You notice that you're quite cold, though.
Are I grab another cat.
Noticing her grabbing cats feverishly, is that perhaps enough of a
Well,
reason
I
for
would,
me to roll
I would
something?
certainly allow you to roll a sense motive at a
Just
significant
to
advantage.
roll, yeah. I'm not asking to know, just to roll.
Oh yeah, with the like
Can I
something
bluff
from the water.
on?
You may try it.
Can I use intimidate instead of bluff? And just glare at him.
You know what? You know
It's
what?
not gonna
That's a
change
great
that
bit
I
of
know.
misdirection. That's a strong stance of you can know all you like, but it's in your best interest not to act upon it. So you may roll intimidate.
Oh, it's a good
Jesus
roll.
Christ, on a bike with no handlebars. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Good grief.
I mean, her character is not particularly intimidating.
Well, my
It-
roll
it
says
is-
differently.
It is when
Yeah,
when
which
she
is a
looks at
problem
you and in the
because
right light, her eyes reflect that layer that humanoids aren't meant to have.
Ah, yes. Glowing cat eyes.
She seems to be a lot bigger than she used to be.
Huh. If I wanted to see if I recognize these berries, being Oriad, I would have a lot of knowledge of the dwarves, probably, right?
Potentially.
Potentially.
What knowledge skills do you have?
Geography, history, local, and nobility.
Geography or history, I'd say.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you know this stuff. You know that these are primarily used by mountaineers as a marker of where not to go, because storm cloudberries only grow in places with an enormous amount of negative electrical charge.
Are they
They grow in.
hallucinogens or anything? Or?
They are very potent hallucinogens, and to non-dwarves, to regular dwarves, and
Right.
people of a similar mineral composition, it metabolizes differently.
And would I know how to help somebody who is under the influence, like how to help them come down from their trip safely?
The chemical that metabolizes into DMT has a. It's known that if you drink alcohol, it blunts the effect, because whatever
That sounds like a terrible idea.
whatever
but-
chemical in it, whatever chemical metabolizes into DMT from the storm cloudberries, and they have not been studied because only dwarves know how to cultivate them. They seem to share a protein bond site with alcohol. So if you've got alcohol in your system, much like if you accidentally drink antifreeze, it
Okay,
won't
so
metabolize
who,
into Hana shit.
Annie, you
Who all
are
again
presented
has
with a
had
choice.
Drunk or
A choice
high?
between two
Ryan.
states of mind.
I take a third cat.
who all has had the cake again?
He's just Eris, I believe. I don't think anyone
Just
else
Out of
had
the party,
Okay.
yeah. And well, the lady.
All of the WI did, because Sarah's
There-
cakes are.
Well, I assume they're
Famous.
up. They know what's up. Let's see. Oh, we've got a bunch of liquor, don't we? In the all that
Just give
shit
me
that we
the
got.
fertilizer. No, it wasn't fertilizer.
No,
it
don't do
was
that.
Pesticide.
Oh, Bigara.
What do we have in our giant bunch? We've got a 240-pound barrel of ale somewhere, but I would assume this cat cafe, being a cafe in a fantasy setting, serves liquor, right?
Just let me have my cats.
I'm
The cats seem to
concerned
be
about
helping.
you. I am okay. I'm still concerned.
Let me roll for cats, because there is a very small chance of random effects based on certain cats in this region. High or low?
Low.
In fact, okay, roll me a D100.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Putting the onus on you, because it's roll 20, and roll 20 hates people.
It sure does.
Okay.
Hey,
And, okay, you're up to 3 cats. Roll it twice more?
Again?
Twice more, please.
Okay.
Okay. One of the cats just gently nudges its forehead into your upper lip,
Let's go.
and there's just a slight narrowing of your vision, and you can just about keep clarity.
That sounds concerning.
okay. Seeing this happening, I will grab Eris and see is there liquor that I can at least see in this bar or in this cafe that is
It's the women's. It's a meeting of the Women's Institute,
Yeah, obviously.
reach out, you will hit a bottle.
Right. Okay. So I'll find. Right. Any bottle that I can find of the hard shit within the vicinity. Not great, but whatever.
Roll a
I got.
D100. We'll be
Oh,
rolling
dang
randomly.
it.
In fact, I think I have a random drinks table. Let me fish it out.
Bill has all the tables on.
Yes. They're just finding out where they are. Because my hard drives are kind of an absolute fucking disaster. Okay. I'll give you the details momentarily. The shorthand will be you have grabbed a bottle of naval strength something.
Hell yeah.
Because you just rolled a 59% alcohol by volume rating.
Whoa.
Good job,
All
you
right.
didn't roll 100. That would have been pure
Yeah.
poison.
Pure ethanol?
You have
Belty
built up
on
some
96.
pain thinner.
I'll put my.
All donations this evening will go towards getting me a bottle of Beltion 96 to really round out the evening in style.
No, don't do that. Well, I mean, I don't think you should get a.
I'm not sure they'll ship it here.
Does it even
Probably
matter
not.
what the 4 is at that point?
Yeah, it's literally just pure spirit. It doesn't even have an active.
Yeah, it's just.
Even have an
spirits.
active type. It's just like untyped damage at that point.
I will see that Eric's having a bit of a whatever's going on,
I'm just
and I'll
having
put.
cats. What
I
is
see
the
that.
issue?
I'll put my arm around her and be like, "Well, it looks like you're having a good time, but let's have a shot to commemorate all of the cats. How about that?" And I'll
I would
grab
like
the
to do a
bottle.
sense motive.
I'm just going to be over here
I'm
laughing.
actually. I mean, my motives are pure, so I mean, like, I don't know what the motive.
You're acting
Poor Sparrow.
sus. Well,
Poor Sparrow looks really, really confused because it's like he has arrived on the scene. Everyone has taken one look at him, and then every single person has decided to have a drink. Because you don't need to roll very high to convince the WI to drink. They
All
are-
right, so if he's standing in the doorway, I'm going to say, whilst laughing at this situation over the other side of the room, because I know most of what's going on, while looking at the guy at the door, I'm just going to say, "You look handsome, lad," and then keep laughing.
Oh, I see.
what the hell's going on?
I offer him a cat.
You're a ways away. You'd have to
Yeah, wait a
you
minute,
have to
wait, you
offer it pretty fast.
You gotta take this shot with me first.
I would like to use. Wait, no. How smart would I be to know that on, well, tripping balls that I should not use Mage Hand? Should just give this man a cat.
Most of the cats here are well fed enough that they
Just
actually
never
reach
take
the
the cat
10
over to
times. Most of the cats here are too well fed to be in love with Mage Hand, but some of the smaller, younger ones it can be.
Just gonna.
I will then not.
I have a suggestion. Mark, this is you relish this. I shall not recommend this often, but you may want to walk the man down the stairs and discuss with him your ideology so as to bewilder him as to the nature of reality and confuse him from his current objective. Just essentially baffle
Yeah,
him
but-
with the proverbial bullshit.
Before I do that-
Really enlighten him.
Before I do that, I'll say, welcome, brother. Would you like one of these delicious cakes that we have? Help you calm down.
Sadly, someone ate the last of the DMT berries.
No, they didn't. That cake is enormous.
Oh, never mind. In that case, yes,
There's
have
lots
some
of it.
cake.
Because it was enough to. It was intended to be able to feed the entire WI and all of you with spare slices to take home. And most
Have
of
some
you have not
cake,
partaken.
lad. I insist.
Come in, boy. Sit yourself down and tell me what's happened. It's a bit hard to explain. I'm not really sure how, I've never grown a beard before. It's a bit early in life, isn't it?
How old are you, son?
How old does he seem?
Well, he
Or-
seemed
or-
perfectly adult when you threw hands with him earlier, but now it's kind of hard to gauge. He looks like he's been dragged through the surf a couple of times.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I can't tell how old he is. He didn't seem 14 earlier, I take it.
Oh no, I've heard that one before.
When we saw this guy earlier, was that pre or post this spell? It was before, wasn't it?
Pre.
Like,
Yeah.
So
the spell took effect when they had gone back into the house.
Yeah.
So we didn't
Range.
ever see them.
So
You just
Assumedly,
know, you just
so.
know the very distinctive, kind of dopey. Say,
And
pubescent
whatever
voice.
we saw in the window, incidentally, which might have been a cat, but might have been something else, probably now also bears my face.
if it
Assuming
was
it was a male.
Yeah. And it's probably.
Where is that? Damn, where's Sparrow?
I just realized that.
This is what Sparrow
Right.
looked like beforehand.
Mm.
It's kind of hard to tell. His helm. He has a kettle helm with Roman-style cheek guards that fix down the bottom at the chin, so it obscures most of his features. You know, like he looked to be of age when he was swinging a sword pommel at you.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was too busy winning the battle without ever fighting. Is there a way to sense IQ?
Yes, sense motive,
Yeah.
or praise, I believe.
Praise.
I'm not
You have to
joking.
Does he? Shouldn't he need like some kind of skill? to
You're
bring out,
thinking
like,
of
caliber?
phrenology.
I know. I was thinking of phrenology.
It is statted twice.
Well, if you want to learn phrenology,
Yeah, phrenology-
knowledge geography. So
Phrenology is knowledge arcana, for some reason.
I did actually years ago when I was going to play in the last campaign that Naka was organizing and Bill was going to run. My character concept then did in fact have phrenology.
Surprisingly well supported in the system. Then again, most things are. I've done some really dumb shit in this game, and you're about to find that out. Well, you will continue to find that out as time goes on. Be that as may.
Well, what is the reaction of the other Wammonses in the NPCs to seeing this person with the same face as the rest of us? Also, do we know how they know who it's actually? Because the face would somewhat confound that.
Well, they might be tripping balls into outer space.
Okay, here's the rundown. Sarah is completely fine. She is a dwarf. Elizabeth is also completely fine. Edith has is holding onto her chair for dear life because she thinks she's about to fly into the ceiling.
All right, can I do a big old sense motive to see just how many people are tripping balls?
Iveta is looking like she's trying to decide who to hit first. Also, Han, for reference, the northern Uzulu is the current model of Sparrow.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
The southern Uzulu is Uzulu.
Yeah.
Sorry, which was the one that you said was losing control over, trying to hold onto her chair?
Okay, one holding onto her chair is Edith. This one here.
Okay, I'm gonna hold. Sorry, Penny's character. I'm so fucking slow at remembering it. Eris's hand and be like, and just slowly try to walk her over, if okay, towards
my hands are full.
Well, I know. I'll just grab onto your back then. I'll just put my hand on there. But come over here. I got something for you. We'll head over to Edith, and I'm like, ladies, seems like we're having a good time. Let's have a shot. And and I'll give her on the bottle. I'll take a little swig first, and then pass it to Eris.
My
Of the-
hands
Well,
are
I must
full.
say, this is most entertaining to my character. Would I be able to roll on knowing what Aiden's character's doing? What would that be the roll for?
That would be knowledge nature or a sense motive.
I'm better on sense motive.
What is illegal drinking agents?
Oh, damn. A lot of nat 20s this evening.
Goddamn.
That is scary.
Yeah, roll
Look forward to
20
when
is
combat rolls around in 2 hours' time, and we find
giveth
out
and
that
taketh.
that's
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, it's going to turn into a real meat grinder real fast.
my suspicions about why she's offering drinks to these two women in particular are I think, by that role confirmed, and so therefore it's even funnier to me.
Was it I'm
Don't do
trying to
anything
help
about
them
it.
stop tripping balls so that they just get drunk instead?
The comedy of the situation that you have to get them drunk so they stop tripping, and maybe if you did, they'd be so drunk it would be just as bad. That is funny to me, and also my character.
It's medicinal, we swear.
It is medicinal.
It does help
So-
calm things down. It gets rid of the machine elves.
The visual hallucinations probably would maybe at least
Do I
become a little
still
less
hear
intense,
the one
perhaps.
thing?
It gets quieter the more you drink.
I've not agreed to drink yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm laying out the criteria here.
I see.
The cats have kind of supplied you a bit of a reprieve.
I take a swig showing that it's not poison, obviously, and we have been through some tumultuous times at sea already, and
Like
made a
2
crab
days.
friend. And a crab friend.
Yeah, they're really not going to think you're tripping balls if you're talking about a crab friend.
Obviously.
So if I were to, just theoretically, cast my minor illusion spell, would there be any visual indication that I am casting it?
Let me double check. Pathfinder, silent image. I believe
It is VSF.
that's verbal, which is speaking, somatic,
Yeah.
which is motions of the hands, and focus, which is a bit of fleece.
Mm.
Luckily, at least one member of the party has begun growing fleece in the interim time. But here's the caveat: bardic magic, you can ignore the somatic and verbal components, provided it is part of a performance.
Do a
Oh, okay,
dance.
yeah.
so I was going to ask, are we ignoring the material requirements, the F? I assume that's F?
Yes, focus, yes.
Yeah. I think I asked this before, but I can't remember what you said.
It has to
you
be
know-
some kind of bardic performance. So, like, you could.
Dance
no,
for
this
us,
is,
Uzulu. Dance.
It says
Or
that it
whistle
requires you have a
randomly.
piece of fleece in order to use the spell.
There's
We
another
are
tab
using
for
material
that.
components,
Okay.
but I believe someone rolled that they grew fleece in the interim. I
Oh,
I
believe
think it was ruled that it was gonna
But I
be
haven't
moss.
asked for a piece. I think it might be
It
improper.
was moss.
it's still
me,
it says
moss,
it says
yeah.
a fleece. It doesn't say it's wool.
So, in order to cast spells reliably, I should go to the shop at some point. All right.
You can purchase a spell component pouch.
Or you could
from-
try to pick the
that'll
moss
count
off of me, I
everyone.
guess.
There's cats. They have like.
That's a kind of fleece, right? Yeah, there's cat fur all over the place.
Yeah, the danders are everywhere.
I'm afraid
You're
my
welcome.
sophisticated side inhibits me from doing so without asking nicely. Yeah, so I can either do verbal and somatic, or I can do it as a performance, in which case it doesn't have to be verbal or somatic, but there will have to be a verbal or somatic element to the performance pretty much for certain
Not
anyway.
necessarily. It has to be.
You could-
It just
you
has
could-
to be in a performance because there are people who specialize in mime stealth, for instance.
Yeah, mime. You could whistle. You could all
Fair
kinds
enough.
of like bardic
Performing
performances. Really,
I never specified what kind of performance my character does. I had.
Well,
it's
I wrote down a placeholder in the interim.
yeah.
Well, we could do sea shanties or something, I suppose.
Oh,
but-
there you go.
I was going to
Yeah.
suggest.
Doesn't have to be very loud.
Oh,
You
I
can
think
come
we decided on like oratory or just
Yeah.
speeches. Is it possible that I could do two different types of performance given my character's dual nature?
through- I don't see why not.
All right, oratory and sea shanties then.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
sorry
thought it meant
to
like
delay
a sea
things.
shanty with a rap in the middle or something.
with a sea shanty that suddenly breaks into a Hitler speech.
No, it just goes into a break.
Go. See. This is the One Piece rap.
Just imagine
Singing.
Christopher Hitchens, but doing a sea shanty instead, like to the tune of a sea shanty.
Is it like how they figured out that the poem Nemesis by H.P. Lovecraft has the same beats per minute as Piano Man?
Oh yeah.
What is that roll and why does it not show?
Man, speaking
Oh,
of
it's
H.P.
like-
Lovecraft, and with all these cats around us,
I know
identify
where
the-
this is going.
If you wish to identify the breed of cat, you are more than
Do you
happy
wish to identify the
Can
name
I
of the
identify
cat?
the
I think
name
was
of
the
the
question.
cat?
The
So
name tag
essentially, what I was
says.
reason I was asking. Oh, go on.
and we're kicked off YouTube.
No. The reason I was asking about the spells is, well, I had this great idea to just confuse people about the face even more, and also give the tripping ladies a funner time. I'll create like 6 different cats, and each one will have my face.
Wait, why are you trying to make this worse?
Why are you trying to make it better? No,
there's an exchange for the
Yeah.
artists in the crowd.
I feel I'm delaying the story too much with autistic
no.
optimizing.
Story comes out of anywhere, mate. It really does.
True, but I feel like we're getting a bit too specific.
Do you remember the first episode that involved taming a giant crab that was in no way supposed to be part of the story?
Yeah,
so
but I think that might have been as well.
Also, if anyone's watching Yvetta, you get to watch what happens when someone with damaged eyes has their pupils dilate.
Ugh.
It's not pretty.
Ugh.
Of course, she can't tell that. Oh, that's how she doesn't. That's how she knows he is who he really is, because she can't fucking see his face. I forgot about that.
These poor
Well,
women are about to not
What's the
only
matter,
see
boy?
multiples
Spit it
of
out.
you, but now all their cats are you.
The other ladies down here don't. I guess it's too high to even notice.
Oh, okay.
So-
I need to roll for Edith to notice that. Hang on.
To notice the pirate face on the kid.
By the way, did the one other lady take some drinks with us to
Yes.
maybe
Yes,
make
you
her
put,
more
you put a
drunk
drink
and
in front of
less
any member of
hallucinatory?
the ECWI.
Okay.
A drink in front of them will be drunk.
Okay.
Elizabeth
I'll
isn't
share
even
it
like
with all
seemingly
of them.
affected, but she's just
Okay.
chugging away.
Oh, is she the dwarf?
No, that's Sarah.
I
It's
guess
all
she
in
wouldn't be
if
affected
you go
either,
into
given-
the journal section, there'll be a listing under NPCs for the ECWI members that will have everyone's profile picture and name.
I'm guessing the dwarf also isn't affected, given the lore you gave us just now.
Yes, she is completely unaffected.
Then she might notice the mysterious face.
She'll look down at the cat. She'll look at the piece of cake. She'll quietly place the piece of cake down, push it away from herself.
I wasn't actually gonna. I'm not actually gonna cast that spell. It was just a funny idea. But she might notice the kid with the face.
No, I'm not going to pause it.
I haven't done a performance. Everyone would know it was me.
Oh, not necessarily, but I want to be very deceptive.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all right.
I wouldn't do a self-sense motive just to see if I can find out who has noticed the weird face, and see if the blind woman has any idea either.
Okay. Sarah and Elizabeth seem to be a bit too tied up in their bridge game. Veta knows that something's off, but doesn't know what. And Edith is looking at poor Sparrow and is sweating.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not concerned about Edith having any idea what's going on.
I don't think Edith knows what's going on at the best of times.
Zulu, couldn't you do like a thriller dance or something? Like, so they all get drawn into your dancing while we fuck off.
It's a very roundabout distraction, but it could work.
Not everyone in the party has to be gay.
So that
Some
mainly
of
work
us-
on undead.
Just maybe one of us, maybe just me and Han, can be straight and masculine at the same time.
Also, we just got 2 super chats. One is from T3 Dragoon, which is 10 US, saying, a monarchist, therefore correct. Mage beyond the 4th wall casts a magic spell on the dirty centrist. It changes her gemstones into Alexandrite. Now her gems can't choose a side either.
That joke is so deep, it's literally a geology joke.
And the other one is from Frederick Acker. Mr. President, get down for $20.
We're going to say the cat's name. Mrs. Obama, get down.
I would say that
Mr. Obama.
I recognized that Frederick Acker's tweet was what's wrong with me? Super chat was a Mrs. Obama get down reference, but the way you said it, Penny, made it sound like Mr. President get down, as in get jiggy with it. So
Michelle?
I will say that
Get my
that can be interpreted in multiple ways.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Is there a tradition among your chat to when they buy your minor curse or major curse, they do in fact always give 1 cent less?
I think that's
on mobile.
It's a bug with mobile.
Yeah, on mobile you
Oh,
can't
is
give
it?
the
Okay.
full amount. It just caps
Alright.
at that.
Yeah,
Like,
That's
it
weird.
suggests
Alright.
like, $4.99, $9.99, $19.99.
Well, see, what's interesting here is that Frederick Acker's contribution is 1 cent less, but let's call it the same amount as the minor curse requirement, and he has not requested a curse. Meanwhile, T3 Dragoon here has given half as much as needed, but has requested something. So what do we do?
Being that my character is an enlightened centrist already,
How about
Being
half your gems
centrist
turned to
according to
Alexandrite?
P3.
all right, half my gems turned to Alexandrite. How about that?
There you go. You got what you
As
wanted.
per
but just half
usual,
of it.
monarchist has been bailed out by someone shitposting.
I think the color should still be right because there's a whole bunch of red colors of Alexandrite, but should be fine.
With the rainbow now.
Do
You're
you
a
want-
mood ring now.
Do you want to take the
Right,
time to
yeah.
explain the Alexandrite reference, or is it too deep?
We'll put that in the description somewhere.
All right.
Well, someone in the comments will probably let us know.
So I want to hear the
The
conversation
basic thing is that it
between.
changes colors, so I mean, like that would be the pure.
Is it
centrism.
prismatic?
It depends.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Is it actually a total? Is it prismatic? Alexandrite? Is it?
As you said,
It might
that
not
I
be the
shall
right word.
T3 Dragon for another $10 got the price wrong.
Oh,
There you go. Now it's all
Well, shit, there go the other half.
So now the gemstones, I suppose, in all
Start
over,
fluorescing.
just kind of constantly changing color based on in Neri's body are just always different based on your perspective. Pure, perfectly balanced as all things should be, and constantly changing perspectives as centrists. Not
Yu-Gi-Oh!
primary.
Gem Knight deck looking ass.
Yeah.
So are we saying that the Alexandrite reference is complicated?
Here's the thing. It's complicated.
Maybe there's a fence we could sit on in this moment.
I wish I could find a fence to sit on
Jumping
right now.
from fence post to fence post, I see.
And it bothers me because I consider myself a kind of centrist, but clearly not the kind Tim is, because yeah, he does actually change his opinion as per what is convenient or something, some motive, some reason. So yeah, I don't mind you mocking him, but not all centrists.
It's all in I would say my mocking of centrism is in good fun and jest. It's not meant to be taken seriously
But Aiden,
or aggressively.
you hate Tim Pool and you want to see him gone.
No, I liked him, and he's always been nothing but very nice to me.
But your
So
entire motivation for this character is to try and hasten his decline as quickly as possible.
Well,
Yes, I understand it's a joke, Aiden.
I know. I do think though, if you Sandroc or anyone else wants to do art, Sandroc has drawn my character with a kind of a turban sort of thing with a gemstone in it. Maybe it should be a beanie from now on. But this is
Guys, we have
Beanie
to
for
lies in
gemstone.
God. Wait,
Guys.
I never said that.
But wait, to the gentleman, I am being reminded that the cats are all meant to be sentient and evil. And to the gentleman who
Yes.
I believe did wish that, you still have a free one because that was already the case. The cats.
Hey, rude. I like cats.
I'm just
Based
saying
and correct.
something. Who, if any other creature thought that its like idea of a gift is to bring you a dead or in the process of dying animal that is holding it in its teeth whilst it screams.
Well, it's trying to feed you because you're an imbecile not able to feed yourself and hunt for yourself.
Exactly.
wait.
That's the kind of behavior we give elves shit for.
As a species, humans helped cats evolve to do that so they would clean up vermin.
That's a very, very roundabout way of saying we fucked that species up bad. Like
Well,
real
look what
bad.
we did to dogs. They used to be wolves.
Cat said the only species that tried to domesticate humans.
Yes.
And instead gave us a fucking mind
succeeded.
parasite.
We have a
I have
symbiotic
no idea what you're
relationship with
talking
lots of
What are,
species.
what are
Yeah,
you
that-
speaking
anyway.
about, Bill? Do not speak about the parasite.
Before we
There is
continue
no
talking about the parasite that mind controls you because of only cats, we will now convene with the plot, or I'll make you make rolls against toxoplasmosis.
Before
Don't
that,
make me make a roll against
T3
toxoplasmosis.
Dragoon is asking, is there a price chart for the in-game effects? I don't believe
For any,
so, but you can give like just examples for like what
There
a
are,
minor
in the
wish
description.
is and a major
Yeah,
wish.
20 minor wish is anything up to the
20?
effect of a curse
So minor wishes
as the level
is-
3 spell.
Right, a level 3 spell. That's a way Bill's describing it. But anything that is not that's like what you brought up, like a funny thing or something that would, it can have a big influence on the plot later on, or on the characters, obviously. But if you really want to change the direction of the story, and I mean like totally change it, that's 50. Anything else that you want to do, that's the 21. Is that a good way of describing it, Bill?
50 want to fuck over a character specifically.
If you want to fuck over character or fuck
actually
over the
be
plot,
nice, which is
or
very concerning if you would
give
do that,
give a
but...
yes, or give a character a major boon
Okay,
or
I
something.
have had something clarified to me.
Okay.
Oh no.
I want to change the wording in the description because it says minor curse and major curse. I think it should say minor wish and major wish.
Oh, right, I put it in the-
minor and major curse is more accurate, to be honest.
Yeah, usually it's
Okay.
nice things anyway, so...
Yeah, which brings
It's
us to the
sometimes
next
nice.
point.
I did say in the pin comment, it says if you want to reward the players or induce suffering in them, super chats 20 are wishes, 50 are major wishes. If you'd like to wish in private, again, message Dill. Dill! Oh my god, Bill on Discord. I mixed up the consonants. Dill on
Dill with
Discord.
Fucking Rugrats looking head ass.
Head ass.
Fucking
Thank you,
Biscord.
T3 Dragoon, by the way.
It's that meme from a few years ago with the big B.
Yeah, it was something to do with the blood.
You've
sounds
brought
like
it
it's-
back, Aiden.
It sounds like it'd be like a Discord, but based around Biscoff cookies.
I
Be that
feel
as
that
it
we
may,
may
ladies and
have
gentlemen,
become- we may have
before we
become
digress too much.
moderately distracted.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes. Okay, as the following unfolds, as poor Sparrow shrugs off his kit, unfortunately, as he shocks off his pack, as the wish is taken hold, the crossbow discharges into the ceiling
Oof.
and ricochets.
Mr. President, get down!
Yep, that's
Oh,
what was
no.
meant. Okay, so in
Who's
the
getting
party,
shot?
who's
Who
getting
is
Michelle,
getting
get down.
shot?
Okay, so look around the room. 1,
Michael
2,
Obama, get
3,
down. Yeah.
Oh god.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Nice square number there.
That's
Like
considered a
those
mass shooting.
Well, the dice has picked me every time so far.
Guess what? It just
Oh no,
No.
really?
no. It's like
No, that
I
would've
believe
been
that's
9.
9. So that is
But if you want to
Uh,
save one of the lovely ladies...
Is it Han or is it
yeah,
me?
that is Erzabet,
Oh no.
the one person who could probably
Mrs.
tank
Obama,
around.
get down!
As I'm going to roll, given the distance, is probably it ricochets off of a ceiling beam,
You know.
bites into a light fitting, and a chandelier dislodges.
Can I react quickly with Mage Hand and try and get out of the way?
You may.
Or
Is
you
that
could
the
have
best
tried to
approach?
save her. Yeah.
Alternatively, I could dive forward and grab her out of the way. That might be more exciting.
Or you could push her out of the way with Mage Hand.
Just shove
He's
her.
got it.
And the chandelier gets stuck actually by like some thread or something, doesn't crash. You just shoved an old lady.
Baz sees the unfolding events, considers it to be an act of God, and refuses to intervene as he sips more from his beer.
I think you mean an act of Greg.
Yeah,
I wonder,
praise
can-
upon him.
Greg Kind.
can I push the chandelier into the hapless pirate-faced man over there? Or would that look a bit too suspicious?
You know what? Roll a sleight of hand, I suppose.
Slight of assault.
Just a slight assault, yeah.
Slight.
Hmm.
I think he might hit somebody else.
Well, there's only one more person in the line to be hit in that direction.
That was my fear as soon as you said you were going to do that. What happens, Bill?
Okay, Mark. As some prick outside revs up their fucking 50cc, I'm going to put a wire across that fucking road.
Oh my god. I know.
Put it at neck height.
Sorry.
Yes, the plan. But as the chandelier careens through the air, heading directly for Mark, it's not a terribly big chandelier, but it is made of primarily glass panes around basically a lantern structure.
Mhm.
A
So,
very
okay.
large, rather lazy-looking cat has chosen this moment to make its move. It leaps up onto Comrade's hat and will attempt to essentially drag him out of the way. And will succeed.
Oh, no.
I thought the
Comrade?
cats were evil. Why is the cat
Captain
being
saying,
Comrade?
Mr. President, go down.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
As Comrade turns, like, what was that noise? As the bolt goes up, chandelier comes down, and this, what can we describe it as, a bordering on grotesquely obese black cat leaps up onto your head with enough force to nearly throw you prone. But instead, the chandelier crashes downwards and hits the poor creature with a noise like a squeaky toy.
Bullseye! Does the chandelier light any of its hair on fire?
And no, it's not lit. It's daytime. It's not lit.
Oh,
It's got a few scuff marks.
Terrible.
on it,
I'd
yeah.
like to use my prehensile here to get the fine chandelier off it. Don't mind the random hair just growing, God knows how long.
I'm going to roll a d100 to ascertain whether that was a broken glass scenario or a trapped cat scenario.
Can I
Who's
also
rolling this?
help assist?
69.
Oh, no.
Chandelier?
Oh no.
Hey.
Nice.
Can I assist?
While you're doing this, I'll slap my hands together and say, another job well done, another day saved by Quentin Ponsonby, the Dread Pirate.
I will just.
You're welcome.
Mary will just make such an angry face in your direction as I will then. Bill, can I assist Eris in trying to remove the chandelier?
The cat is stuck inside the chandelier and it is extremely upset.
Oh,
Strength.
cat, wait,
Well,
what
it's still
would it
alive.
be to get
Yes,
it
it's about-
out of the chandelier.
Bill.
A
Strength.
simple sleight of hand or strength check.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
Sleight of hand or strength.
I believe.
In the
wait,
In the meantime, Iveta has taken note of this, and a string of expletives in a language you guys don't know are being rained down upon Sparrow, along with slaps with a rolled-up newspaper.
because
We don't know
of
what the language is.
prehensile hair, I can use my intelligence instead of strength. Please don't roll a 1. Hey, 12.
We both did okay.
Trying.
Poor cat. Poor fat cat.
No.
After bending one of the panels out of place, you can exfiltrate that cat, but it is a ball of fury at this point.
I would like to offer
I-
it water.
I would like everyone in everyone involved in this altercation to roll a handle animal, please. Or a
Well,
reflex save.
I knew where that was going, so.
Handle animal or a reflex save.
I take it I don't need to roll to just stand here and continue laughing.
I don't
No,
think you're
that's not
going to want to handle the animals, so.
Nope.
Well, you already tried to handle it, to be fair.
Don't worry, you only need one.
It's no problem. I just saved a life. Don't worry about it.
As this thing's about to launch itself into basically into all of your personal space as a ball of pure claws and teeth, both of you just collectively grab a paw each with finger and thumb, and the cat looks at you both very confused.
Why am I not bouncing against the wall, scratching everything in the way? What is going on?
Oh.
So we've now discovered that we now know that the cats are evil, and the only thing that they've done that's really committal is to save the life of a communist.
It was to save President Communist, who was about to be attacked.
Mr.
by-
Republic! Damn.
Yeah.
I knew it. So
At
Mark,
this point, Sparrow is just receiving a beating in the corner.
That's what you didn't know, Uzuz, the whole time. It wasn't just a cat cafe, it was the cat cafe party. CC.
So, Mark, are you one of them democratic socialists? If so, I wonder why you're the president. Or if not, I'm on the way of the president. You wouldn't have a socialist republic, would you?
The
I
cat's
think that
chosen.
President Lee is a president. Like, sure. I'm just lying on the floor. I'm still confused and dazed about what happened.
There's a
been
very fat
knocked down
cat
by a
on your
cat.
head.
Anytime you want to thank me,
It's actually a
you're welcome
burden
to.
on you. This creature is large.
That's a large lab. Big chungus.
Chunker.
Yeah,
Sparrow
like,
is still being beaten to an inch of his life in the corner by his mother.
This just keeps getting better and better.
This
And
whole-
I'm not even joking.
As the proprietors will exit the room with a new tray of tea and just watch the darkest timeline unfold in her living room.
This really is that meme
no.
where the guy walks into
I
the
know.
room on fire.
I
That's the
love
darkest
that.
timeline.
The darkest timeline from Community. So good.
What on earth's happening back here?
Cats.
As the whole scene stops and
Chungus.
turns. She'll just put down the tea tray and retreat back into the room. It's clear like she's just... No, I'm not doing this
It's
right
like, it's
now.
just like, nope.
I'm going to go do
Yeah,
the
no.
dishes. I'm going to go do the dishes. Sort yours out by the time I get back.
It is the darkest timeline meme.
As the
Well-
beatings and the cat bothering slowly peters down.
Well, even though the cat is evil, it saved Mark's life.
The metaphysics of the cat, I'm not to be worried about.
Maybe it knows something we don't, Aiden.
I would just, I'd like to just walk over to the door, that we came in through, and check if it opens.
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, cool. Can I just leave?
There's
Well-
some weird shit going
well-
on in here. Well,
No, the gilf is busy. I'm gonna head out.
Like, the only
For
thing-
once I agree with him. He
understandable.
may be smarter than all of you today.
What?
Yeah.
As
What-
that happens, Elizabeth will try to... I'll push on, and she'll drink.
Yeah, what? Why were we here in the first place?
We got
Even now, I can't
invited
recall.
by
Oh,
these
right, we did get
ladies.
invited. Okay.
But
This
we
is meant to be a
were,
Well-
networking day.
we were used as an excuse so the dwarf lady would make cake for us.
Meanwhile, Harness is
In
sitting
the
there
background,
drinking
see,
in peace.
no, they're leaving.
Yes.
An awful sense of timing, child. How you're turning up with weird facial hair and a stupid bloody hat. I get you a job and you lose it on the first day.
Or should have been more careful, lad. Bad luck.
The only
Just
reason she knows
rub
about
it
the
in.
hat and the facial hair is because she's been slapping the shit out of him the last 5 minutes.
I assume that Sparrow recognizes us. Well, he wouldn't recognize me, actually. He didn't see me, did he?
He wouldn't
No.
recognize any of us. Because I think...
Well, he'd
thought-
recognise most of the men in the room because they look the same as him.
I think he'd recognize Aiden. And maybe you, Eris, but you might have been polymorphed or something.
Oh no, I was not even in range for that.
Okay.
The only person that he's seen would be Mark and Aiden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's currently being too busy being assaulted. So no, it's not everyone.
And
have
severely
not regular
confused
face,
and
I
probably thinks, where is he at this point? By the way, like he was here, but I'm guessing he's
Still
just
there.
being beaten by her.
Yes.
All right, well we're gonna head out, I think, because shit here is fucked.
I'm gonna ride with cats.
I'll Penny, I'm a little bit worried about the cat addiction,
Don't
I'll come
worry
over
about
here
it.
and also offer this dude who clearly has been confused out of his mind a drink from the bottle that I've got.
She slaps your hand. He's 14 years old. He's far too young to be drinking.
What the fuck?
Even here, even here.
That's what
Especially
you meant
here.
with, I think
hang on.
it's a bit too early for a beard.
Struggled to beat up a 14-year-old in the last episode, is that? Not true.
Appears to be the case.
He doesn't look
It is-
14 on that picture. that you
I'll
put
just
up.
Yeah, the Grossbert. Listen, it runs. I literally base the characters like Grossbert, and because I had to run a timeline on these characters, is literally like I put in the notes. like Pike from Dad's Army. That was the caveat on this character.
Is there any chance that their growth spurt might have been influenced in some way by that magic super chemical that we discovered last time?
He's even working there one day. It's a bit early for contamination.
We never know.
You guys got him fired on day one.
It's been in the orchards for years, I assume. Might explain his growth spurt, if nothing else.
Let me ask you a question, Bill. This is really specific. Could I use my gentle touch to like touch him, like give him a pat on the back, like right in his aura that would just make him like pass out and go to sleep?
I need to defuse the situation. Sleep all.
No, and just be able and just she's already slapping him. Just give him a pat on the back. And
Hey, no, I do have an alternative to diffuse that.
Right, guys?
I do have an
Fine.
alternative to diffuse that situation.
Yeah.
All right, so my plan is I'm gonna put on my character's other side. I'll walk over here and say, which one should I do first? I'm supposed to say, Mom, it's probably not the kid's fault. I've seen this kind of thing before. Don't worry, I can give him a blessing, and I'm gonna touch part of him, some shoulder or something, and say, "There you go, son. By sunset today, your face will go back to normal." And I assume I'll have to bluff for that, but immediately after doing so, I'm going to say...
No, because that's not a bluff. Because that's correct.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And they're going to say to the woman...
Why don't we collaborate then? I'll make it so that you do that. He passes out, then he can't fucking...
Knock.
There's
Again,
no
a lot of
need-
this seems to
there's
boil
no
down
need.
to let's try and confound a blind woman so that we
Yeah.
can sleeper hold her son so that he can't knock on us.
Yeah, so he can't narc on us. Exactly.
This
You may
is
roll.
perfect.
He is a literal child. I'm going to let you roll to sleeper hold this guy.
There's no
'Cause his
need.
mum can't
It's
see
not a
because she's
sleeper hold.
blind.
I'm just going to tap him right in the chakra so that he just...
That's worse.
There's
You
no
realise that,
need.
right?
That sounds
It's
very
better if
bad.
you
That
don't-
kills people.
No. Just so he passes out. Not
Let me
it's
not
called
be
gentle.
boy.
The focus is called
Why?
gentle touch.
It could be called the fucking slow hand for all the game's
Aiden.
concerned.
Just want him
Why?
to go to sleep so he forgets about all this.
Go ahead.
That's
Roll to hit.
That's not going to work.
Roll
If you
to
do
hit. Not
that,
gonna
it
work?
makes my blessing look like I knocked him out. If you don't,
Okay,
then
okay.
it increases our social profile
Okay,
by it
alright,
coming
okay.
true.
Okay. All right. I thought
I'm
it
gonna.
was
If you're gonna be
best
passing
to
that
establish-
message on, I'm gonna require a bluff check to pass a secret message.
I could
sure.
just
That, or you can all
glare at
invest
her.
later on in a psychic network. But until then, I'm gonna need that bluff check.
I guess from me.
Yes. Maybe a sense motive check.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hey,
Yeah, that is enough to. I believe that is enough.
All right, I'm
Okay.
then going to say, in the same posh voice, thank you so much for your kind hospitality. If
no.
there's nothing else, I believe we should resume our duties on the island. But thank you for giving us availability of your contact should we need it in future.
Also,
Very best of luck with everything here.
just in 20 bucks from Zalmas saying metagaming detected. Black coin.
that is true.
Oh dear, yeah.
What
That is
metagame?
We did do some metagaming there, actually, which we probably should not have done. And I
The whole
don't
by
start this
tomorrow
touch the
faces
child. I was
back.
trying to get him to go to sleep.
Wait, did I not
That
know?
sounds worse.
I know
Did
that sounds
I not-
worse.
Hold on. Did my character not know when the face would end?
It was ambiguous.
I was under the conception that we did. Is that what you meant, Zalmez, by the metagaming? Because I didn't mean to. I thought we knew. Maybe I got
would
that
say that's
confused.
an innocent occasion because it was ambiguous. So
But is
because
it a good
Dosh was
example?
because coin was dropped, yes, this is I'll use this as an
there's
example.
Black coin.
Black coins are a special thing. They kind of work like hero points, but in reverse. Essentially,
Zalmas just in for 100.
Oh, no.
The
Okay,
jar
whoa.
awakens.
Okay.
What does this
Okay.
mean?
Wait a minute. All right,
Hello?
Bill, should you explain how black coins work first and then address Zalmez's insane $100 donation that says the jar awakens.
Oh dear. Okay. I shall give an explanation to how coins work. Coins come in two varieties, black and silver. Silver is awarded into the bowl as a reward for excellent role-playing and or particularly hilarious or alarming acts. Conversely, black coins are for indiscretions such as metagaming, bad manners, particularly bad manners.
There'd be no
violating the NAP within the party, havoc causing. But here's how it works. When I have a black coin, and I put it here in my special little mug, at any point I can reach into the mug, and whatever coin I pull out, if it's a black coin, whatever roll was taking place automatically fails. If it's a silver coin, it automatically succeeds.
Oh, too
Or-
different from the
Right,
system I devised for my rule set, actually.
And by
It's
the way, if anyone
a famous
else...
maneuver used by
Yeah.
the illustrious DM John Wick. No relation to the
right.
movie character.
And if anyone else wants to contribute that, I would say that, Bill, do you think that black coin counts as a minor curse? Or does that count as less than that?
Well, I don't mind taking back the knowledge of when it would end. I thought we did know, but if it's fine
It's
if not.
entertaining enough that I'm willing to let it slide on this occasion, but the coin is there to grease the wheels. Think of it that way.
To encourage us not to metagame, and I'm sorry, it was mostly my fault. So maybe I should probably be punished.
Yes, Aiden's fault. And definitely not mine.
See that as it may. The toll
I
has been
think
paid,
it was actually mine.
The toll has been paid.
but yes, the jar
You
has
gotta
been
pay the troll
awakened.
toll.
Is that party wide?
Oh, the best thing about it is I can invoke it directly. If it's particularly bad, or it's a repeat offender, I don't put it in the jar. I just keep it for the session.
Oof.
And here's the rule: it will never be used against the person who caused it. It's always used against another party member.
Oh, based.
Basically, it's the Goma pile tradition. But keep in mind, after a while, you'll start to run into situations of intra-party adjustments.
Oh no.
When suddenly someone is grabbed and beaten with phone books for about an hour and a half when they're getting to get their shit together.
Not with a phone book.
I've seen some shit throw down, man.
Zoom is in chat. Don't know what a phone book is.
I don't know there's any
A
Zoom
bag of
response.
Valentia oranges, then. I'm not getting a Bing Crosby reference. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, a sports sock full of billiard balls or a bar of soap. Go watch fucking Full Metal Jack. Yeah, it's me.
Now, what does
Sparrow's about to open his mouth when there is a sharp shh. Thank you very much, sir. If there's anything that we can do to reach out to you with hospitality, please let us know. Shh. Shush. She'll say something in another language you don't understand. He'll pale slightly. If you've need of any if you've need of anything locally, do let us know.
Is there any chance of me ascertaining what the language was and what she said?
It will be linguistics.
Let me have a quick look. I don't want to labour this too long because I assume it was supposed to be a minor thing, but I'll roll for it anyway.
Could I roll as well?
You may. If you go over a 10, you can you can use geography to get details, but it appears to be a local language. It sounds a bit more
Axel
like,
by
it sounds a
any
bit like
chance?
it sounds like someone speaking Galtic, but like the person was speaking it incorrectly almost. Best described as someone from Irizan speaking Galtic. It's very unpleasant to listen to. But
Well
yes,
then, if there's
have-
nothing else, my friends, shall we advance?
Any other inputs?
To where? Well, we're going back to dude Tapper or whatever his name is. I forgot.
Well, we'll figure that out
Tally.
once we have decided to actually leave. I think Aiden said be right back. We could wait a moment to see if she wants to do anything before she leaves.
She's just here in the room,
Ah,
so I can if she encounters anything, I'll nudge. But you say you want to go back to Tanny for the time being?
I can't remember what else we actually had to do. What else was on our roster? I'm hesitant to say what other quests we have.
It's getting towards the late afternoon now.
We're supposed to be taking the apples to the cider brewery place, right?
Tanny was handling the exchange.
Alright, so let's go and get our dollar bills off him then.
Do we know that he's got money for it yet?
He said to swing by the end of the day, and it's getting
Okay.
towards then. I forgot someone drew Dickbit on this page.
Penny, do you have anything more you want to do there before we go? Oh, okay, we're leaving.
Sorry, no, I'm going to flip back.
I would have petted cats and hopefully gotten a bit better at my trip.
One follows you to the door.
I pick it up and take
Let's
it
go around
with.
it.
Wait, I'll ask first if I can.
Sounds like a good idea.
For just take a cat and leave.
The proprietress is in the back room currently.
Is there a bell?
There's not, but there is an open door. The door's been left slightly ajar.
I'd like to go to that and knock on it.
Can
Politely.
I recommend, in character even, why don't you walk outside and see if it follows you, just in case it's not just seeing you to the door rather than asking to go with you?
Yes, what is it?
Your cats are cute.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can help with?
Thanks for the food
You
and
refills?
water.
You're very welcome, miss. It's always pleasant to have new customers.
Now, is Penny high or drunk at this point?
A bit of both.
Yes.
I would then follow the suggestion of Quentin and see if the cat will follow me outside.
As you go outside, it will lift up its paw and wave slightly in a, well, pug-ish manner, to give reference.
I will basically like crouch down and wave back.
Well, if we find a Chinese restaurant anywhere here, we'll know where to get some supplies for them. And there's data on that.
Also, I'll probably
Not that I'm aware of.
There are all those shelters in Chinatown.
It probably is actually.
Honestly, probably.
which groups in the where is? We need to find a geographic map of how frequently cat is eaten by region.
Mm-mm.
I bet it's going to be lit up yellow if you take my meaning. Anyway,
Also, Eris would then be like holding on to Neri as they go out of there. Just in case the trip or the alcohol fuck her over a bit too much so she has something to hold on to.
Everything, you know when you click through on Google Street View and it's kind of a blurring effect as you move? There's some big leaps. It feels like that.
I hold on tighter. like hugging her arm.
So on the way out, you are allowed to take some pastries with you. It should be enough to keep you fed for a day or two.
Let's go, more tripping.
As we reconvene on the beach with Dickbutt.
have been oddly accommodating. Unexpectedly accommodating.
Yeah, suspiciously so.
Tanny is on his back, on his trunk, and he is surrounded with empty bottles.
Just to remind you, we did determine that he wasn't within range of the face melding spell last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, strong batch this time around.
I hope he didn't find the pesticide.
No, the pesticide's untouched underneath one of the other crates. After a while, he's got to leave himself a spot you. Oh, Banjo. How are you lot then, mon vieux? All good?
For the most part. You haven't noticed anything weird going on over here, I guess. I'll notice that Chris's face is normal, but we've seen some weird stuff.
He'll pick up 2 empty bottles and hold them up to his eyes like binoculars. I have not seen very much more here.
Oh, true.
Good haul. They not see the missing wheelbarrow then? Hey?
Oh,
wait
yeah,
a
we
minute.
ran into it.
Yeah.
I think we're getting the proper authentic Guernsey experience here, because I can't tell what he's saying.
Yes.
Do I need to roll to kindly ask you to say it intelligibly?
Yeah. Linguistics. Thank you, Penny, for the save with the old shore ambience.
Yep.
Mon vieux appears to mean my friend. Banjo means hello. He seems to be saying, hello, friends. How has the day been? I have been here, getting smashed on cider.
So it's heavily bastardized French.
Yes.
Yes.
Understood.
It's Norman French. Yeah.
It sounds like someone speaking French from memory. Poorly.
Pretty much.
From ancestral memory.
Yes.
From genetic memory. Someone else's genetic memory because they couldn't run very fast.
It's like the homeopathy version of French.
The essential oil of French.
Oh.
It's like if Italian cuisine was just like eating just a dry lasagna with a raw egg on top.
I am not
Mum,
from
can we have
France. I am
French?
from
No, we have
Normandy.
French at home.
Right, yeah.
Norm gang, Norm
French
gang,
at home.
Norm gang. Like French, but more of a bunch of alcoholics.
I mean, that's hard to do, honestly.
You wait until you see the people from Sark. Those people haven't even evolved limbs yet. They're just 3 elbows and a torso. So, you all right then?
Yeah, we had an interesting experience with the locals, I think, but I don't think we've caused any particular stir. Really?
Do you
Not
know
much
Iveta Ozan?
He'll blanch at that mention of that name. He'll stop pouring himself a drink at that name. Voila. Translation. Bloody hell. Direct translation. There is no direct translation. Nearest equivalent. Bloody hell or fucking hell. Not a name you take. Not a name you take in vain in these parts. Whew.
Oh no. Well. I think we left
It's
an
a
impression. Put it that way.
Only impression that Iveta Ozan's ever cared about is the one she's lived in her kid's head.
Well,
No, he's not.
Yes,
No
her,
wonder
her
he's got-
kid's head. Her
No
kid's
wonder
head
all-
has changed a little recently.
I'm not surprised he's started wearing that bloody helmet to work. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Not all his dogs are barking, if you catch my drift.
I mean, he is 14. Give him a break.
But at that age, I was already drinking.
Yes.
Is that sort
See?
of part of the cool survey?
I was just trying to, adapt to the local customs.
Is that why you brought the bottle with you? You point at the bottle of gin you still got in your hand.
Oh, yeah, sure. You want a swig?
Pass it around, mon vieux.
All right.
Your boss, and your haul's over here. You'll get a couple of. Did you want it in coin or do you want it in bottles?
What do you think would be obviously, because we're new here, what do you think would be easiest and best on the down low for us to shop
the
it
whole point
about?
of coin is it's the easiest.
Right.
And there
So
is
I
competition inside around here, so.
I shuttled in half of them, so...
Is he asking
Alright,
us how we want to be paid for the apples?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fine with just selling it to him.
It would probably be coin then, yes.
Yeah.
All right, my view. He'll undo the cuff link on his right cuff, and he'll reel back his very filthy shirt sleeve. And what's there is this very nice bracelet made of a thick band of silver. All right, hang on, I'm a bit drunk. Give me a second. This is horrible as it bends off of his wrist. All right, give me a second. I'm a bit shaky at the minute. He'll get out a knife. He'll pick up a rock. He'll kind of eyeball out. Looks like he's about to hit the back of the knife with a rock and cut the bracelet in half. Okay. Thing's already mostly gone anyway. He'll toss a band of silver to the nearest person, which would be Mark.
Which I catch.
A thick band of silver.
How much effort are you going to put trying to split the metal band up between us all?
Oh, it's quite flexible, and it has little segments on it.
Oh, there you go.
It's designed for well, that's.
Yes.
I wouldn't exactly call that coins.
Well, it can be distributed amongst us evenly.
Raw mint's not worth the salt these days.
Hopefully he's less taxable.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, as the taxman around these times, it's been a while since I encountered one. They don't make it too far up north, usually.
All the sensor. Oh, he ain't around these parts no more. Oh, dear. You won't come far this far west. And to go past Ragnarok. No chance.
Good.
He's still recovering from the
Ragnarok.
last time he ran into the boys down at Anvil. Trying to part a dwarf from his coin. He's a brave man, is the censor. You met him?
I only joined the swimming team.
Yeah, he joined it forcibly last time he ran into old... he who shall not be named, shall we say. He make an axe kind of motion with his hands.
I see.
Good old Elgar.
Yes, Voldemort.
Obviously, now going donkeys. He doesn't come down the coast no more. Since we found out he couldn't swim.
I'm gonna bite this fucking bracelet thing and it like to check that it's real.
Oh, it's real silver.
Right.
What's the matter? You never seen hack silver before?
No.
Good old. It's something from the good old days. You carve off what you need. Do it by weight. All the coins are done by weight of silver anyway.
This is a normal way of trade around here.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not unheard of in specifically the Linon kingdoms.
Would I know about like what this is worth comparatively in terms of?
Roll of praise.
Okay.
Did I miss much?
You got a bracelet made of silver.
I do not have
It's a form of currency.
Oh well.
Did everyone get one, or is there only one between the
There is one.
But I
This is
believe we are splitting it. Well, we haven't gotten to that yet, so.
If you can't figure it out, I'll roll too. But I don't have much in that.
Okay.
Praise.
Just double check.
I think
Hey.
Eris has got it.
Okay. It is worth double check one thing. So just double check my paperwork here. So I mislaid the paperwork after the last one. Light being this key and treasure guide. Got to give you a good rate for the cider, which you brought back intact.
Also, while you do so, there was one question earlier in chat asking, would expanding the chart to occur on 1s and 2s be a minor or major curse?
That would be a major, because that's doubling the instance case. That's an expensive one, I'm afraid. That's okay. This hack silver is worth about 100 silver pieces. But with their roll as high as that is, you know that locally, the actual economy here is based on silver groats, not on gold coins. Silver is a greatly essentially all prices are in silver rather than in gold. All silver costs are in copper. All copper costs are as is. So locally, purchasing this is the equivalent of 100 gold pieces locally. But everything will be made.
But it's 100 gold pieces, but it's in Mickey Mouse dollars, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Silver is the primary finance on the island, and it is greatly inflated in price.
So we found a silver island. Right, time to set up a mine.
Well, the fact that it's silver has uses. Think of it that way.
No, it's fine. We'll just specify how we're going to build the mine while the crusade starts.
You better come up with an entire logistical plan and then have the DM berate you for it. For being
I do have the stats for like
extensive.
industrial steam diggers if you want one of those. I also literally wrote the guide on downtime if you want that.
I think Sargon always intended it to be macro, but he just got pulled in by Archer's autism to the micro.
Yeah. That's the trick. You just have to have it in like just flat numbers, and you just have a spreadsheet that does it automatically.
Yeah.
And eventually, a field of gardens as far as the eye can see.
Oh, gardens.
And then the housing commission kills you.
This is fun.
But yeah, you have a nice hack silver band worth 100 silver pieces, which is an awful lot of money.
Yeah.
That's the worth of 100 bottles of cider. So, see, that's at market value, so it's equivalent of about 1,000 locally.
Probably a decent price for the apples.
Yeah, no, one year. Truth be told, got more money for the lead lining.
Well, considering it sounds like we're not going to be able to chart a boat off the island anytime soon.
Oh, no chance.
We'd probably want to try to find some kind of accommodation of a more permanent type than the cat cafe.
We're renting out that place above there anyway. Well, certainly wouldn't let me.
I have a
I
question.
get the feeling there's something. I'm not even going to make you roll sense motive. He's hiding a detail at that comment.
Wait, about what?
He said they wouldn't even rent me that one apartment above the cat cafe.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's simple classism.
I suspect so, brother, comrade.
Yeah, it doesn't require.
I always
It doesn't
thought that.
require your fair touch for
Wait a
classism to
minute.
happen.
I want to see where this
Take
goes.
it, kid. Let's gaze out on all that the gods have given us. All that anyone could need.
I always thought that Iveta was a bit of a cold bitch or whatever.
Oh, not that.
Because she was too distracted by her son having a misshapen face to be attracted to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, she had beautiful eyes, didn't she? But other than that, like, no redeeming features.
Had?
She had beautiful white eyes.
Oh, she hasn't got the soft touch like my good Min.
Soft touch. Poor Mim?
Yeah, Mim owns the cafe.
What thickens? Tony is
Oh.
married.
Why don't think we met her?
She's lovely as I'm in. You never didn't meet Mim. You couldn't miss her.
It was the lady taking our orders, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, a beautiful woman you've got.
Proper lady, isn't it?
Yeah, a real woman.
There's a degree of enthusiasm that is natural to a woman of Mim stature, and this is not it. No, like, remember that era of like 6 months where all of Twitter was simping for Lady Dimitrescu? Kind of like
Oh,
that.
right. Is it just Lady Dimitrescu, but short?
To be fair, the game did support fly swatting her ass repeatedly.
Yeah,
it was in there.
No one is. I'm just saying that's the tone. It is not a one-to-one copy of the situation. I'm just saying that Tanny here is 5 foot, if that. Mim, who owns the cafe, is 5 foot, about 5'6", and
but
about twice as
also
wide.
5 foot horizontally. I was going to say,
right.
It adds up to Dimitrescu's 9 foot height.
He just likes the large lasses, all right?
He like it's kind of a vibe to him. Like he doesn't even know what the attraction is for himself.
He's a bit of a
but he's just like there is ardent admiration in his eyes when he talks about Miriam, as opposed to when he talks about Yvetta, which is like a mix of fear and hatred.
I think we can go ahead and call Tanny Ahab as a nickname. He won't get it, but we do. So I do have a question for him once the current line of conversation is over.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a out of nowhere question, but something occurred to me. You've mentioned that the island sometimes relocates.
Yeah.
When that happens, does anyone ever disappear?
He'll narrow one eye, look up the other, like he's trying to remember something. A couple every here and there, and they're usually the poor buggers who are swimming at the time.
Can I get a quick translation on that?
They're usually the poor buggers that are swimming at the time.
Right, gotcha.
So maybe avoid the water.
Yes, but my main reason for asking is, does the island pick favorites? Does it leave interlopers behind? And therefore, if it were to switch locations, we'd be screwed, so we have a time limit. But if it takes anyone with it who is on it, then we will be okay, even if it does move.
Don't worry, lad. You're here long enough, you'll be a proper local, just like the rest of us.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Sounds like a change occurs.
I'd like to see Mark integrate.
And what joy it is to be a local.
Not half, son, not half. He reels in his line that he's had in one of the rock pools. Another bloody. Ugh. He unhooks the tiny, like, flapping fish and tosses it back in the water. Knew I shouldn't have used bread for this. He'll grab rather than go into the pile of breadcrumbs next to him. He goes into a pile of what appears to be a bucket of soil, grabs a worm, hooks it, and casts it back out into the rock pools. Killer. It's not easy being a coastie. So at least you escaped with your hides intact, right?
Yeah, it seems so. There was some weirdness, but everything...
I'm not going to get any...
Right.
Well, you say weirdness. I'm not going to get any calls, am I?
I don't think so.
Have you got a phone here that we can use?
That's fine.
I think he means calls as in people showing up at his house, but...
By the way, Bill.
Yes?
Does my character recollect the name of that person mentioned in the note from last session?
Which name specifically?
Well, I don't quite remember the name. It was the one that was on the note inside of the cup.
ECWI.
That's the one from the regular note you given. The ECWI you figured out is the
That was a group of ladies.
Emerald Coast Women's Institute. But the name given from the secret message, you don't recognize it.
This mysterious note handout is very edgy.
Yes.
I noticed that there is a toaster in the water.
There does appear to be a toaster in the water.
Do I just roll a wisdom check to try and remember it? Or
Actually,
No.
oh, it's not a toaster, it's the crab.
It just looks like a toaster.
It's like a toaster from far away.
It'd probably be preferable if it was a toaster, to be honest.
Are you looking at the same thing? It's definitely a toaster.
He just brought it up. It's a crab.
No, that was a different image. Have a look in the handouts. Right at the bottom, there's one that's a mysterious note.
Oh. In the water.
Oh, yeah, that's from don't worry about that one. That one is from the exhibition game before this one. That's the Suicide King card.
Okay. Are we mixing assets in this list?
No, that was
Different
just left over
campaigns.
from the. No, that was just
Yeah, so
an asset that was
That
left over
one
from
should be
the
archived. Sorry about that.
the precursor to this game because there was like a
We had an
prelude.
example of play
Yeah,
just to kind of get things
Okay.
across to people.
it was in the
How
same setting.
chaotic it would be.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's also quite a few other characters that are from that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's all.
some
will
of them
be
might
recurring.
show back up. So yeah.
Good old little Nate.
Spoilers.
It's a captive setting, of course.
I mean, I don't know. Only Bill knows. I was just guessing that's why they're still there. Well, okay. Again, I think we should probably try to find. We've got paid now. We should probably try to find permanent lodging until we can get off the island. Would be my guess. What do y'all think? I'd say head back into town and try to
Bill
find
with
a
a-
place to stay.
13, do I recollect the name?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry about
The name on the listing, there was. It wasn't one-to-one, but you know that pen name. There was a poet that used to work on the island living on the coast. Specifically, let me find my notes. There was a Rita d'Orlay. Orlay being the local name for Galt. So basically Rita of Galt. She was rather infamous as she was. This way. In an island almost completely comprised of humans, a few dwarves, and a few factions of elves. No one's quite sure about Rita's parentage, and that was more what she was known for rather than her work. Could you recount the note for those at home, or
I legit don't remember that. That's why.
I also legit don't remember because I didn't write.
Nice.
I
I just know that there was mention of her looking for her further inland to potentially get off the island.
Yeah, Rita was infamous. She would always frequent the beaches like these, but further up the further inland, just on the rocks. And you remember Rita and Yvette had a big falling out. Rita applied to be in the WI when it was formed and got refused by virtue of the fact that the official ruling was that Rita was in poor standing due to her profession. There were implications from that statement.
Yeah.
And
Rita's
Rita's reputation took a bit of a dip as a result of that.
As a sort of off-the-cuff remark, I'll just relay it to the party and say, we could go looking for her, I suppose.
Might as well, I suppose.
Who are you
Well, we don't
after?
have much.
Tanya will chime in. Who are you after?
Some Rita lady. Bit about her. Do you know anything about her, Tammy?
Oh, no, the way to it. Hang on. Right, go off here, inland a little ways. Once you reach the smelly pond, you'll know it when you smell it. It's an old stagnant pond. A few ducks usually hang around it. Go east. Find a dirt trail that will lead up to a path, hedge inland. It'll take you by the falls, by the estuary. He'll lay out the entirety of the route.
All right. Anything?
She's shacked up with what's it? Bloody Whippleslinger. She's been shacked up with him for a while because he's researching some gubbins up by the waterfall.
Gotcha. Anything to keep in mind as we go further inland? I usually stick to the coast, so not too
I'm a little bit confused as to what the waffle is, but that's all right.
The waterfall, you know? Big
Oh,
thing, high up, waterfalls down. That's the name.
I see. The waffle.
It's only a little place. Little valley. It's that place that used to get all the problems with the rain. Yeah,
Tony, didn't you mention that space gets a little weird the further we go inland? Anything to keep in mind?
A lot of folk have problems with the lanes. They tend to spiral on themselves. You're trying to get round. The next thing you know, you're out by the church, and it's a hole to do.
Would it? So as long as we kind of follow the landmarks, we should be all right. You think?
Finding them. Problem is the roads don't really follow suit. If you catch my drift. Doesn't matter how many times the bloody some monster comes out the woodwork to burn everything down, we always build it back the same bloody way. What do you think? I have a little shack to myself. I get to pick exactly where the roads go. You'll slap
monsters burning things down.
Yeah, a couple of drakes, chimera or two every now and then. Yeah, nothing major.
Any idea
Mostly a load of bloody shovelheads kicking around from the damn silver church.
Shovelhead?
What were you going to say, Mark, as well, too? Sorry, I didn't want to...
Yeah, can I get a time check? Like, how far are we from sunset? Like, is it worth waiting around before we go on to our next thing and have to explain
Transit
more?
is getting towards evening.
He wants to use the last few minutes or hours he has with my handsome face to his best advantage.
So it's just starting to dip.
Right, we're good then, because it's going to take some time to get there.
Oh no! If you've been watching the sun here operates a bit like a drunk man walking down a road. There's a lot of stops and starts. The meteorology here is completely fucked. As you all know, because you'll have skill-focused geography, thanks to a wish.
Thank you to that person.
This might be the best proof of Raptor Earth theory that there has yet been.
Right, so, Tanny.
Yeah, mate.
Out of curiosity, anywhere where we could find the Churches Guild?
God bother us. Hang on. The Wiggle-slingers are down a bit further south inland. You can meet up with where we get shacked up. Priestly sort you probably won't see before Ragnarok.
Oh, great.
That's a big city. Now, normally, you know me, I tend to spend my time avoiding them. Yeah. Usually they find you. You know how it is.
Right. We'll keep it in mind.
Rita used to... Rita used to know a person or two there. I'll see her maybe. You run into her.
Oh, yeah.
Find her. Still alive.
We should ask her. But as we'll just sort of turn to the rest of the party and go, right, shall we just set up camp for the evening? Have a nap? I'm a little tired dealing with too many women. So I need some rest.
Understandable. All right, okay, and then we'll head out, I guess, tomorrow morning, yeah.
As you take your rest, it's kind of a mutual muddy dream that kind of rattles through your skull. It's that sense of being just stranded out here on the beaches, of the tide lapping up around your legs, soaking into your hair and your clothes. And as you look blearily up at the coast, where you found yourself originally, there's this thick mist that kind of drapes itself over the landscape, rhyming everything in silver. And in amongst the mist, you can just about see these figures. They're these... I'd say they aren't humanoid. They're these mounds of matter. And as they move, there's this faint clinking of something metal. Almost like a little spoon clanked against a glass.
Dick's Hexenhammer fans, I knew it.
It's
Clankers.
the whole time it's been the clankers.
As these figures move, it almost looks like living, breathing mounds of seaweed just moving in the tide, and that clattering of just something metal in amongst the seaweed. And as they move up toward the beaches, another cadre are moving downwards, and they're treading with heavy step, with thick waders, and very crisp, clear to see masks of leather. And you find yourself that you're not the only people out on the beach anymore. There's these other dark patches, other figures on the beach, clasped in hand as these people move to and fro amongst the rock pools. These gaff hooks that they're using to drag these other figures up onto the beach, and some of it further still up over the rocks, dragged up across the granite, and you can hear the keening of the metal gaff hooks and of the armor and clothing of the people being dragged against the stone. It seems to be supernaturally sharp to your hearing, like it's burrowing away inside your own head. And just as something looms into view, something large, reeking of low tide, and with the glint of something metal, you find yourself waking up. And you all do so simultaneously.
What? Yeah, what?
I bet Tanny will handwave this as something everyone goes through, and why are we even concerned?
Just a random guess, I would imagine. It seems like there's many things that are normal on this island that are not normal anywhere else. Is he up still? Or what time is it?
It is early morning. Very early. It's like barely daybreak. Those of you who have experienced the Oozlu experience, so to speak, now get to have your own faces back.
I'm gonna pull forward my trousers again and have another look, and then do a sigh of relief that everything's back to normal.
Yep. No more migraines. He goes back. So, what is the plan for today? You now have currency.
We do have currency.
You have a lead.
Well, let's follow the lead. What was her name again?
Rita.
Rita.
Rita Dorley.
Are you sure her second name isn't Odd?
No, she's not that closely linked to the party.
I resemble that remark.
I just love the slight delay in the reactions.
It took me a freaking minute to put it together. So.
Case in point, what are demonstrandum?
Exactly. Yeah, case in point.
QED.
Let's try to find this Rita person then. See if we can track him down.
Well, you know the path.
Yeah.
You know the theory of the path.
Yeah.
What, you lot heading out then?
I think
Might
so.
I suggest that we travel there by crab?
We should travel there by crab. Excellent idea.
Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Any of the bonuses I got from, like, in the water yesterday should be gone now, I believe?
Yes.
Okay.
We really should have a good way to summon our crab rangoon. She's just kind of following us around. I don't know.
You know the rules. It is an offering into the rock pools.
All right, offering into the rock pools. What do we got? We got all kinds of crap in here.
You have oozle. Simple as.
Simple as. Do you have any extra food that nobody's particularly interested in eating right now?
We did get some of the pastries from the cat cafe because there were leftovers.
I don't know if it's a good idea to feed that to the crab, but let's see it. Let's just see what happens and find out.
What happens if you give a giant crab DMT?
Exactly. So I'll take a little piece. I think all the berries were gone off of it, but either way, I'm
gonna start backing away already.
Neri, though, we'll take a little bit of the a sizable portion. Let's say like a like 2-inch lump, big piece of this giant eclair in lengthwise, and toss it into the pool, and I'll just go wallolol or something similar, whatever I think will summon the crab.
It doesn't even touch the water before a crab claw reaches out like Nimue in fucking Excalibur.
Yes, that movie's called Merlin, but it's all right.
Excalibur has a similar scene.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 films. Funny enough, there's more than one film about fucking King
I know,
Arthur.
but my favorite movie ever. A made-for-TV film starring
God.
Sam
Clicking on that crab was a mistake. Apparently, Roll20 really did not like that.
What?
Clicking on that one of the crabs has caused Roll20 to catastrophically crash.
Oh no.
Lovely.
You have to restart the browser or some shit?
And the crab
I'm just refreshing it.
Oh no, Bill's gotta come back because the crab crashed Roll20.
And the crab has gotten its offering now.
He was too powerful.
Yeah, over 9,000.
All right, I'll take over as DM. On the horizon, you see words appear in a bright pink. The words say, "Cabal prevails." What do you do?
Cringe.
I don't know.
the flawless retort.
Penny, you
There
take
you go.
99% of your health in damage.
Does this perhaps include an invite link in the sky?
What does it
Yes,
say?
just under that.
It's cock.shortfatotaku.com, I believe.
Shortfatotaku.com.
I believe I would be at 1 point of health.
It's okay, we're going to run it as an isekai campaign set in Otaku's fucking Minecraft server.
Oh no.
It's okay,
Well,
he doesn't
it'll
do that.
crash more than your Roll20. Well, I can assure you of that.
Probably.
As I say, Roll20 doing pretty well for itself lately.
There
This is
you
actually
go. I have
way
right there. Now the map's perfect. Just scroll out and you can see there's dick, butt, and cock.shirtfanotaku.com. You're welcome.
I love how you're just equally as cack-handed as I am at writing things out.
Hey.
Have you considered a career in medicine?
Also,
Yes.
did anyone ever notice
I'm a
the
psychologist.
boobies
What do
I
you
added
think
to
I'm
Dick
doing?
I thought you told me that you're a social psychologist, Aiden.
It's even worse. It's even worse. Exactly.
Has nothing to do with medicine.
No, none of the psychology, by the way. It's only psychiatry.
How's it feel to be the gym teacher of the social sciences?
Oh, that feels great. Honestly, I love my field because I love being the gym teacher of a pointless field of study.
The crab is here.
Crab.
Crab.
All right, shall we? So I guess
Shall we?
I assume he has consumed the
He
eclair.
crams it into his mouth. It's like watching. It's like those videos of someone gets pulled into a piece of machinery at a Chinese steel mill.
Sponsored by Blakely.
One of the few
I
that didn't
wish.
kill himself at the facility. So the question is, does DMT have the same effect on crabs as on humans?
Who could possibly know?
Was the eclair with those berries That's the
You know
question.
I don't
what?
think it, I don't think it had the berries on it, though, did it?
The
I don't think
eclair
this
did not
part-
have the berries. The eclair was just a big eclair full of cream.
just an eclair.
With chocolate on top.
So it just gave him a sweet, and then I'll try to pap him on the head.
Okay, roll. Yeah, is that handle animal the check?
Yes.
That sweet wasn't sugar. That was xylitol, and you've killed him.
Okay, the handle animal is enough to let you know. If you move your hand towards him, he will take it as an offering. And by that, you mean he will take it as an offering at the elbow.
How about I just give him the rest of the eclair?
Yes. Excellent.
Even though you're made of granite.
Yeah,
Munch,
it's a
munch.
it's a very large crab.
Well, as I may have mentioned in passing, this species of crab feeds on minerals quite extensively. That's why the smaller variety have got a vague granite-like patina on their shell. And large examples like this have got streaks of iron running across their shells.
Am I building up some kind of relationship with this crab where it trusts me and won't
I mean,
try
do
to
you
fucking
want to?
kill me?
Look at the guy.
I just wanted to stop trying to fucking kill me.
Then
And
stop
realize that I'm-
summoning it.
He's
I
a
know,
crab. What did you expect? He likes
Aiden.
to eat things. It's not exactly rocket surgery. He likes
As
to
a, as,
eat.
a,
Rocket
as a monarchist, Aiden, you should know that subject is a relationship.
Good point.
Armin Mavez had a bunch of relationships, and most of them ended the same way.
All right.
I would like to offer the crab another crowbar.
It's like watching someone eat a breadstick. It's actively disturbing. The worst thing is he's one of
Did
those
it
species
eat
of crab. He's one of those species of crabs where they've got the ridge of ceramic on their upper jaw, so it looks like human incisors.
Munch, munch.
It
I'd quite like to
passes
offer the
through that
crab-
crowbar like butter.
I'd quite like to
Wow.
offer the crab my absence
He
and
eats
provide
it.
it before it asks. I'd rather not be near this thing. It sounds awful.
Well, I believe the crab.
Poor
is-
choice
is-
of words. He will.
Naturally,
as
I did not say this out loud.
you offered your absence, so he will devour it. With the removal of absence, you find yourself in his presence.
Oh, I'll move out of the
Okay,
way.
I'll just walk away then.
Distance is separate from absence, so it's allowed.
Someone attempts to
Yeah,
run away
let's
from-
Wave as you
Head
leave.
away from the crab.
I was trying to get us so we could get on board and
What?
ride him around the island.
What is absence?
Absence is a lack of
lack
of
of-
someone being in your presence.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of presence.
I see.
So it's like it's what I have.
All right. With my handle animal, can I try to just
Yes.
get the
You
crab
can
to
nudge
kind of?
You can nudge the gigantic crustacean around.
All right. So
Everyone climbing the turban.
I will board the crab and encourage everyone who is coming with us to find. Shit. What's this person's name again? I'm terrible with names. Rita. To go find Rita to board the crab with me, and I'll extend my rocky arm to pull my friends up onto this crab's turban.
Is there enough space
I'll just go
on,
for a walk.
on the
It's a big
crab's
crab.
turban for 5 people?
Yes, it's a very large crab.
Yeah, it's a really large crab.
We used to get to
That's
the apple farm.
what concerns
we got
me.
the apple. We got to the apple farm on it.
I'll take us over
turban's
to our
actually-
next.
Turban's actually hollow, like it's like a big tent.
Oh, that would be so cool. We
I like-
put, like, a little
okay,
tent in it.
if you push aside the folds of the turban, you'll find it's basically what has happened here is essentially as this creature grew.
It's like a palanquin.
Yes, more like a howdah, I would
All
say.
right.
What's
What
cheese?
essentially as that's Gouda.
Howda.
Is it pronounced Gouda? Howdah? I always pronounce
Howdah.
it Gouda.
Howda.
I actually don't know that. How's that spelled?
Like Gouda.
Gouda.
You've eaten it. We have it in the fridge. I was pronouncing
Gouda. I thought you were talking about like.
it's pronounced
I thought you were talking
Howdah
about-
apparently, but
I thought you were talking about
Howdah is
I didn't
Howdah in
understand.
this circumstance is Howah. Howdah, the thing that you put on
Oh.
elephants. What has happened here
yeah, I thought
is
you were
as
talking
you
about-
examine the creature, before we digress again,
Mhm.
essentially he has crammed this crab has crammed itself into a gazebo as if it were a hermit crab.
Yay!
This is someone's like shed that he has crammed. Basically, basically it's a pagoda tent that he has crammed himself into, and it is over time in the tide have been formed into a gigantic, comedically large turban.
He's wearing the shed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Finally.
we are now in fantasy mortal engines. For better or for worse.
I mean, Mortal Engines was a fantasy in terms of its box office sales, that's for sure. But
which is a shame. I liked it.
I didn't actually see it.
On party, yes. Powder, the thing on an elephant.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of. I've never seen that spelled before. But yeah, that kind of thing.
Right, shall we progress to the next map then?
Yes.
There's a great deal of overland.
Is everyone getting on the crib?
No, I am explicitly walking behind the crab.
All right. Well, you're lost. I'm gonna chill out in this comfortable howdah on the in the crab's turban.
For the ease of use, we'll move you together as one. If you could drop yourselves down at the south of this one as I try to explain. Let me get the old. I'll get a new ASMR thing going on from the same gentleman as previously.
This map must have took you ages to draw, Bill.
I know, right?
It did.
So
you can see from the Patreon.
I skipped
lone mapper.
I steal tons of shit.
Well, I have to say, it is well stolen.
It's a really nice one.
It is.
I made a point to leave on the markers just for posterity. You got to credit them at the very least.
Yes, Lone Mapper made the map, obviously.
Excellent work as always. It's a.
I like the thing that Han posted.
There is as you crest the hill here, having followed the old dirt path round. Yeah, you've had your usual problems with the roads around here. The roads are very ill kept, and not many of them are stone hewn. It should be noted that Lycia was never conquered by the Chelish or the Toldens or the followers of Aradon, so their roads are significantly poorer quality.
Good for them.
But there is a large granite stone bridge over the river, which is gently flowing through. Not a terribly fiercely flowing river, but you notice that as it cascades down the waterfall in the distance, the area around here is just filled with like water spray. The humidity
Where has our crab friend gone? Is he just basking in the local river?
He's implied.
Okay. I'm just saying because it got a little bit too close, too tight.
If you look next to the waterfall, is this merely artistic license, or do you plan to make it gameplay active?
That is there. That is a crevice where the dirt gives way to thick slabs of granite. Far, far thicker than everything else around here.
It looks man-made, but perhaps we'll look at it later.
We're in a bit of a mission from Gad, so not maybe from God, but you know what I mean. We do have a direction, which I'm assuming this is her house over here. Then
the little dinghy on the pier here. You can see there is legitimately a river trout that's been left out inside, and the chimney is chugging away quite nicely.
Aiden, did you just say that we're on a mission from God?
It was a not Ghostbusters, holy crap. It was a Blues Brothers reference.
Alright, all I was going to say to that is that, wow, God really does work in mysterious ways to have chosen us.
I was going for a Gad's Hard reference.
Oh, it's a Blues Brothers reference. We're on a mission from Gad.
I haven't seen it.
See? Classic American cinema. Not appreciated. Oh, well. It's a good movie, though. Anywho. Shall we?
You didn't see that movie that we watched together like a week ago.
I had not seen
you fell asleep.
Yeah, I did fall asleep. Don't give me movies to watch. I'm supposed to be doing other shit because I just fall asleep all the time.
You woke me up.
I'm sorry. I did actually wake Bill up because I got too tired and I went upstairs and then I put my headphones in and I still woke Bill up. He was not happy.
Because you were speaking to people in the chat.
I blame you.
Stop digressing. Get on with it.
All right, let's go.
Was Wes's event?
The plot is trying to happen. I've got two more encounters after
All right,
this.
so I will start to stomp with my loud stone feet across the.
Don't talk about feet on the stream. What are you doing?
Because I'm a big loud rock person, and I'll be headed this direction to go down to the house.
I feel like jokes and mockery in the style of Lana Kane in Archer are appropriate here.
Yeah.
Your big monster hands.
Monster hands.
Yeah.
And I'll wave at all of you. A big, loud, creaking motion because I'm all made out of granite and shit. All
Yes,
right.
I too shall walk the road with my feet.
And I just
All right.
refuse to walk. I'm just not gonna touch the ground. I'm gonna
Just
levitate.
Yeah,
keep over there.
Rennie refuses to touch the ground. She's literally above it.
Now there's some classism for you.
No, just do
hate
weird shit like
Not
little
even
children
thought of
always
that.
do, where they're like next to the path, like balancing, but like they always
Oh,
almost
yeah,
fall
yeah.
over.
Like the little guy running next to the road when you drive.
Yeah. I'll make sure to
Just a little lad.
just splash me dang giant rock feet in this puddle as I walk past.
You're gonna get the worst kind of fan art to talk about shit like this. I'm just
No.
gonna tell you.
I'm just a big rock
The
person.
worst.
I'm actually a very tiny rock person.
The river's
That has to
flowing
make
now
it
quite
worse,
the
doesn't
area
it?
around here, by the way, is like there's a very strange sense of static around here.
Sandroc is asking, stone feet art pics for the next week, yes or no?
Please no. I mean,
She said
please
please.
no.
Well, we want viewership.
Are
One way
you
to do it.
sure, Aiden? Are you sure you don't want someone drawing your pebbles?
I definitely don't want feet pics because feet art is always the weirdest. I mean, it's that fucking, you've seen the meme where it's like ass, like thumbs up, titties, thumbs up, and it's like feet, and it's like this weird little monstrosity be like in the corner.
And then you've got the next tier,
Eating our
the
thighs.
the Cthulian tier of armpits.
Yeah, it's the one that's like the really goblin-y looking one is 40k, and then right behind the 40k one is the really eldritch one that's like the Zeely sequence.
No,
Speaking
no,
of
no,
Saucy,
no.
in chat just now, feet are awful, armpits are
Saucy.
better at Aiden Paladin.
Thanks, Saucy. I hate it.
We
Is that
actually,
RC is saucy?
Yes.
Saucy, you don't know how deep of a desire I have to fucking.
And for reference,
All right.
Frederick Acker
Calm
is
down.
bird.
Saucy got
I just-
timed out?
he got
Good.
timed out for that.
Fuck him.
He's in some other chat being like, "Gosh darn it, I can't." I mean, this is the most love. Saucy went, "Gosh
Returning to the Archer reference, as we get
can't believe that
Saucy, who sounds like Roy.
exactly like Roy from Archer. I can't believe I can darn God.
That's just your
darn
Ethan Ralph
I mean,
voice.
Ray.
I can't only
Get
have
on with
one.
it. Get on with it. For the love of
Get
God.
on with
Lord,
it. Go
Lord.
across the bridge. All right, I will head across the bridge first. I'll do it first. Is there
The
anything
area
bad
around here
happening?
feels fucked.
Could I?
The entire, all of the,
check?
All right, I'll head to this area like about halfway through, right on top of the
Yep.
stone strut beneath it. All right. Oh, I should have rock sense of some sort, shouldn't I? I do.
stone cannon, it's a dwarven thing.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I have that, but let me. I don't think I have. No, I do not have that as a racial ability. But would I
You
know
would
that
have it.
as? What do I have? Hang on.
Could I do a perception check in the meantime?
Yes.
Akashic bloodline.
Speaking of which, since Aiden's character is so short and made of stone, we should probably just call her the party's pebble. Or just pebble.
Pebbles fine with me. I forget what was my. Hang on. No, I can't fucking recall what my. It's not here on my sheet.
Aiden Pebbleton.
Oh no. I don't think I have the I don't have the dwarf bloodline, so that won't work. But would I maybe have a little bit of
Just eat up the
a
worm.
additional? I'll just use what do you say? Geography, history.
Yeah, geography will work.
Survival, any of them.
Geography and survival will both work.
All right, survival's better. Hey,
Okay. The area around here is got two things in common. Two things going for it. One, the area around here, the humidity is enormous. It's like it is formed essentially a cloud sitting below ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it's enormously electrically charged.
You're going to start eroding.
Yeah, maybe. well, I'm mostly should be immune to the electricity.
That's where you'd be wrong, because stone's element is acid for some fucking reason.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay.
That does seem like an opportunity to house rules it, because stone would be more resistant to electricity.
I mean, it's Pokemon rules, but still.
I shall give you one moment if you talk amongst yourselves, discussing the matter.
Okay. Well, I have no idea, but so I think I get the idea that there's some weird stuff going on. So I'll put my rocky fist up and just like as a like warning sign to everyone behind me, of, hold on. There's something, as the kids say, fucky wucky going on around here. God, I hate that I said that.
Brilliant opportunity to clip that.
I hate that I said that phrase.
Would you say that there is something straight bussin' for real afoot here?
I hate it. I don't think. Actually, I would say it's the opposite of being straight bussin' for real. It's
On God?
sussy.
No
it's
cap.
Sussy baka shit. It's instead
shit. On God, no cap.
On God, no cap. I hate it. I truly hate that I can understand their fucking way of speaking.
I told myself I would never let myself fall behind the times.
I can't go for a fucking 20-second piss without hearing some bullshit.
On God. No,
I hate living in Detroit. Oh, God.
Oh, God. They stole your steps. They'll steal your front porch in Detroit.
Be that as it may, boys and girls.
I brought in a new porch and changed the song.
So, my question is, would I have any kind of a capacity as a rock person to know how sturdy this bridge is being made of fellow rocks?
Do you have knowledge engineering?
No, but I can roll it anyway.
She's a rock whisperer.
What?
I have knowledge engineering, but it's a low level, but I have it ticked. Not sure what that means.
As a class skill, you don't actually have... you get bardic knowledge, so you can roll pretty much any knowledge.
Yeah, you could roll anything for it.
Just add a +1.
I just want to make sure I have the sheet right.
It's a bit of a 2. Oh, it was Hans.
I want to make sure I have the sheet right. So I've got 1 in the first box, 1 in the second box for knowledge engineering, and I have that for all the other knowledges as well. Do they all need to have an additional 1 somewhere?
Whoa.
Just roll it normally and I'll add a +1 at mine.
Yeah, we'll
figure
it out.
Because bardic knowledge is weird.
Hey, there you go.
This bridge is impeccably built.
Okay.
What are you whining about? Come on.
Oh, I thought I felt it in me. I thought I felt
this
something
bridge
in
is
me
made out of stone.
I thought I felt it in me stones.
It is made of white granite, sourced locally. It is held together with alchemical concrete, and it was built by someone much taller than a normal human.
Well, you got a lot of information on that nat 20, yeah.
Lady Dimitrescu, I knew it.
She used them tickled biddies to lift the rocks up and get the rocks off.
This is what's called a troll-proof bridge.
What was
there are
that,
specific countermeasures included to prevent nesting
trolls.
I can still hear the reeing from here.
Sorry, Mark, what was that?
I was going to say that's not static, that's sexual tension, but the moment had passed.
It's still relevant.
It's always relevant in this chat.
Do you mean the mention of armpits?
No, it's static versus tension. Electricity.
This whole area is enormously electrically charged. Like you can see the occasional spark fly.
We should bring a cat here. I'm sure they'd enjoy it.
No.
Your crusade against the cats is really becoming a role.
You're going to create an enemy of at least two members of the party.
Is the
I'm
ambience
shocked I
playing?
haven't already.
And the
I'll keep trying
is
though.
playing, but it is quieter than the waves one.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bugger that way.
Yes,
I've got like
turned it up
46.
on my end.
Very much. Benny, a professional as always. Far more than myself.
Well,
You
it
notice
looks
there is
like...
an old campfire here.
Oh. I'll go investigate that since we're here. Thank you for pointing
It
that out.
appears to be a campfire.
I might as well see if I can find anything interesting. And
Roll!
Yes,
dang it!
There's the
Look,
first
look,
night
every
one,
time
I
it-
believe.
That's the problem. Every time you do everything, it's always a risk. R1D
Yep.
at 10,000 or what?
Because it's not about you doing something and something happening.
I
This
know.
is coincidence.
Right? Is it a D10,000 or a
Observation.
D1000?
10,000.
All in
If
favor
it was
of Aiden,
causative, I would make you roll the Metamorphica.
Yeah. All right.
all in favor of
Go,
Aiden being
boys.
banned from rolling because she just can't stop rolling ones.
I
Hey, if
feel
this
all
one
right.
afflicts
It's
the
being
party,
encouraged.
then I'll agree.
This is our first Nat 1 the whole game, I think, isn't it?
So far, yeah.
This session, yeah, but you've got like
Session-
four
the
or
session, not
five
the whole game,
others.
but the session. Yeah, the session. I mean, you know.
Okay.
Oh well. Well, I go to investigate this campfire, and
Okay. Write down a note.
oh, hang on. Okay.
Effect triggered on next act of cookery.
Okay.
Oh no.
I like cooking.
Well,
And note down 3713. As a note. Because I'll never remember that. Not in a million years.
3713.
Yep.
Aiden, why don't you toast a marshmallow on that fire, on the
Most of the-
embers?
It doesn't
I
seem
mean-
like a normal fire. It just seemed like it's smoking, but there's no like coals. It scorches, but there's no embers.
That implies that it might still have intrinsic value as a fire, so check the area, make sure there's no one else around.
Well,
Yeah,
wood is split and scorched, but it's not
what-
burned.
Would survival help me know like how old this
Yes.
is, or okay? Fog.
Quentin. Gazing around here, nothing around that's been around here for a while. There's a few dead rabbits you noticed that have got scorch marks on them, and the actual fire campfire. It looks like it was built, but it was never lit normally. There's splinters and scorch marks, but there's no actual signs of a fire.
Can
With
I go on?
Unfortunately, that kind doesn't really yield very much.
Well, not with that roll either way, but yeah. It with the scorch marks on the rabbits and the campfire, I'm going to voice my suspicion. Looks like there might have been a magic user here recently. If magic user is even an appropriate term for a world that actually has magic.
Wibble slinger is a common parlance, you know.
Ah, much clearer.
You can't call them that anymore.
Just
fucking
watch
right.
me, Missy. Pebble.
Says the party's only wibble slinger. Oh, no. Penny's playing a witch as well. I forgot about that. Probably more traditional. Because you mean play it as like a grapple wield.
Have to call them slingers of wibble now. Okay,
Exactly.
that's the correct term.
Yes, you have to reverse the ownership of the term.
Oh, just like pickers of cotton.
Oh God.
Just gotta learn to crack the chain like a whip, and then you can see what the fuck you like.
No, that's how you whip and watch me nay.
For real, no god on cat.
On cap.
No god on cat.
No God on cap.
This conversation is proof of no god on cat. Get on with
Absolutely,
it.
there's no God on
I swear to
cap.
God, I have to keep cattle prodding this conversation to keep the fucking plot moving.
Sorry, the Zoomer memes can't be stopped.
could I look down what the house
Embrace the Zoomer memes, they are the future. All be they cringe.
There is a
You gotta get
there is a
your-
wonderfully quaint little cottage with an adjoined like little jetty, I would say, attached. It's very crude, but it's quite nice.
It's cute.
There's been obviously more effort put into the slates on the roof than had been put into the rest of the building, with the exception of the plasterwork, which is quite nice.
Nice.
Well,
House has been
was there
accursed.
anything I was able to actually gain of substance from the fire other than that they were there a while ago and are now gone?
You know,
Obviously not me, but anyone
it was,
else.
I believe.
this is not a natural fire
Okay.
place. The damage caused here is not caused by fire.
Thank you.
Given that the house has its own chimney, it's very unlikely that whoever lives there would come
Right.
up here and make a campfire, so it's probable that whoever we find in the house is not the owner of this campfire, and so we're looking for probably a traveller who's not here anymore.
You know, there's a massive granite boulder in the back garden. It's a bit weird.
So there is. One of your cousins, Aiden?
Well, I felt like I could talk to that would have been a cool thing for this race if I could talk to rocks.
Boreads don't
anyway.
get cool things. Are you delusional?
Rocks. What would they have to say, Aiden?
Okay, rocks have seen everything for forever.
No,
Who
they
would you
haven't. They
rather
don't have
ask?
eyes.
They perceive things around them under some mystical, kind of.
I don't know. Maybe you're taking the whole sight thing for granted.
I'll see myself out.
Don't be salty.
I was just thinking about considering that you brought up my favorite movie, Merlin.
No, I brought up Excalibur, a far better film.
I was thinking about
Eventually.
Merlin and the Rock of Ages, who holds Excalibur, and he's a
Sorry, I
giant
don't play indie
rock
games.
Eventually,
No.
guys, this
That would
RP
uncool.
is slated to continue.
Bill, what's the acrobatics DC to dodge away from the plot?
Looks
I
like
don't know.
in a rock and a hard place.
All I know is that between these fuckers and Knocker, no one's ever managed to fail it.
What a marvelous idea.
Just take a 10 on it.
All right, I'll come down here now. First, I'll see the rock, and I'll attempt to make contact with it. Since you've asked me such a question.
Stop trying to bugger the local fucking shale.
I'll just knock on the door of the cottage.
While he's doing that, I'll try to make contact with the fucking rock. What do I roll for that, Bill?
It's a rock. It doesn't take a roll to get in contact with it. It's a fucking boulder.
It's not
Be
a
that as it
it's
may.
not just
Good
a
grief.
boulder. It's a rock.
Temptation to jump into the river growing.
Stone to crows. Yes, who is it?
Aiden, what do you reckon
Oh.
his favourite kind of music is?
Hello, it's me, Baz.
I won't
Jazz.
even give a reply to that question.
Looking for a lady called Rita. Do you know where she is?
Ah, Blight. She's out at the minute. Can I take a message? I'll help at all?
Why does he sound Australian?
Because Bill's accent sounds Australian.
It's just default mode.
That's how it is. Get
Hey,
confused to me.
If she's out somewhere, we're out and about. If we
Hang
need
on. Let me get the door. No, there's a lot. Clack, crick, clack, crack, clack. The gentleman walks out.
Oh, that art.
Sorry, it's a very esoteric lock. Bought on the cheap. And whoever fitted the door didn't do a very good bloody job. Ugh.
Oh, I love his hat.
His hat is constantly pissing rain on him.
While he's indoors.
Can I help at all?
Huh. So it's a nice hat you've got there, sir.
Well, thank you. I just made it myself.
Suppose it does help keeping you cool during these warmer
Oh, but
days.
grief, you're telling me the weather today has been absolutely dreadful.
Couldn't agree more.
So bloody warm.
It's so hot.
Are you
It's
Rita's
not my greatest creation, of course. It's this valley. He'll motion with his hands in this grand sweeping gesture towards the completely sodden, bordering on lightning-filled valley.
Oh, you made this, sir?
Did indeed. The waterfall's already here, but getting all the water out getting out all the precipitation out in the air and getting the electrical charge in—that's all my work. Working for good Lord Telson, of course, but under
Lord
his
Telson.
tutelage, master of blue dragon magic up at the Mages College.
So,
I think-
you're Rita's husband, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, nothing. That our relationship is purely professional.
Right. Anyway,
This is horrid pregnant pause between the pair of you.
yeah. Just slowly nods as he hears that.
Listen, I'm a wizard. I fucking a tiefling isn't really on my agenda right now.
Right.
Tiefling?
No, I believe you. I believe you.
The horns,
ears will perk up a tiefling.
we like listen. We can already afford the one bed, but it's not like that. I had this conversation before.
Just sort of looks at the rest of the party, looks back at him, and goes, "Yeah, no, it's
I have
alright."
wounds because of that woman's fucking hair. It's misery.
Well, having been sneezing for the last 3 minutes as a result of the electricity, I will ask. We're just wondering if we could direct us towards your partner, I suppose.
I think she headed out looking for plants. Follow the road around. You should probably run into. Out of curiosity, were you sent from the town on the Emerald Coast?
Oh no.
It's just I've had a bunch of hang on.
Well,
Excuse
here's
me
the
one
thing,
moment.
sir.
Come here, you little shitbags! I'm tired of you ruining my house. Come here. He's as he exits the house, he's pulling a child in each hand by the ear. These two little shitbags wandered into my property a while back and have been causing merry havoc.
Oh. Well, we weren't sent by them.
Are these yours?
We weren't sent by them, but
Please ignore the accoutrements on these ones because they were baked in. But they do look like that.
Wow, one of them is pretty rude. Flipping us off from the get-go.
well, we weren't sent by them, but we will be heading back to that area at some point, so we can drag him along with us, I suppose. As I will look towards the party questioningly.
Baz will just aggressively shake his head. One suggestion.
I did say I suppose, so.
Yeah, forgive me, sir, but most of these lot have been shipwrecked on the island, actually. And I'm not too familiar with the area.
Oh, the shorties? Oh, good grief, why didn't you say so? Well,
Yeah.
kids, you're back in the cage.
Oh, wait.
What is it? Spit it out, woman.
You've got them in a cage.
You didn't see what they were doing.
Well, what were they doing?
That sheep will never be the same.
Oh, God.
Into the cage,
Oh,
into the
not
cage,
Welsh
into the cage.
kids.
Please listen. They speak both at once.
Into the cage.
Okay, I'm running some perception checks on this. No.
It's the goblins.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about? This is just justice, Aiden.
I think these might be demons, so...
And doubly so.
Does anyone have to be good, like, knowledge religion? Or planes might be good for this? Or Arcana?
Really, is now the time for a flight?
Roll whichever ones you wish.
I'm just gonna do a straight perception.
The only thing worse than a rapist, a child.
A child.
No. Yeah,
No.
these are actually just two regular humans.
Oh, there's assholes. As far as I can tell.
Children.
Yeah.
We told you, you old fuck. Our scout troopers up north. We were sent south to get help. They say this in unison. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the Doppler effect to work.
God.
From the north. Which part?
Down by the bridge. Could show you if you like.
We should probably
I'm good,
take
thank
them.
you.
We should probably, as good people, take them back to their scoutmaster. But at the same time,
You're just being a centrist.
that's my character's position. That's my character's position. The character is a
But it doesn't
centrist, so
mean
it
you
has
have
to.
to take
No,
children.
No, I do.
You need to address it in character, otherwise it's a black coin.
Wait a second.
Okay,
Man
so
up and
actually,
actually
guys,
do
here's the
more
thing.
back-
Now
do your
these children
sentences
might
instead.
be horribly obnoxious and terrible and insufferable, But we really should take
The
them
whittle
back
slinger
to
is
their
nodding. The
parents.
children are frowning and taking this personally.
Wait a second, are you kids dragon scouts by any chance?
Yeah?
Ah, fuck's sake. Alright.
Ah! Someone's higher up in the echelons than us!
Ah, fuck off.
Oh, go get a fucking merit badge, you cunt.
Oh no, he's
Never
aware of
bothered
it.
with it.
No, neither did we. That's why we suck at you with that shitbag.
Well, at least I
Yes.
got one for punching a cunt out. So,
Bargain, same. Both of them will turn their right shoulder in unison, the same badge. Just a fist hitting a human face. Easiest one in the book. Always
Alright.
do it.
alright.
You can pick.
All right, so Baz is clearly aware of whatever
The
organization.
name's Domar, by the way.
Buzz.
A last of 3 twins. I think that makes them triplets, but all right.
Yeah, it was specific. Borislav and Tikamir.
one died. Okay. Something.
That is respectively as Borislav on the left, Tikamir on the right. Brother, that's pronounced Domile.
Demile. All right.
Okay, so I agree that children don't belong in cages. They should be working in the factory.
No, quite bloody right. These two toe rags have been proof enough of that. Boy, what are you talking about? Do you want to go back to making license plates? Have you
Well,
even
let's
seen
take
a
them back
code?
to their parents to make more license plates, shall we?
Also, as a fellow dragon scout, or former one, I'll be taking them under my wing, bringing them back where
That's
they
your problem
came
now.
from. Yeah.
I'm going to discuss
Well,
with the
cool.
wizard about the benefits of suicide nets for the workers.
What is... Oh, okay, actually, I'm not.
I'm a mage,
boy.
boy. We've had those for a long, long time. Why did you think we invented Featherfall? First thing
You
you,
don't need to
learn.
waste your magic. Just use nets. A
Featherfall's
faraway
simple.
land has them.
Not use
all over the
magic.
place.
Yeah.
He'll turn. He'll turn around to the other side. Is he feeling okay?
Eris will shrug.
While we do take the children, apparently, and particularly under Baz's wing, I will go back and ask again. Do you have a general idea of where Rita is that we can maybe hit on the way back or something?
I believe she was moving up to figure out what was going on with the goblins.
What's
Well,
going
these
on with the
two-
goblins? Do you
well,
have
these
any
two
idea with
seem-
that? I know she's going up there to figure it out, but
These two idiots seem to be under the impression that they're up to no good these days. Awful lot more of them, I will say that. Tell you that much. Luckily, not many of them survived the lightning storm I conjured.
So what do you all want to do? Do we take the hoodlums back first and then try to find Rita, or
We can help.
Yeah, we could. They should manage.
are they
Dragon
gonna
Scouts, we can handle this. It's no big fucking problem.
pay attention under your leadership, Baz?
Yeah, sure. I'll trust
Alright.
them to stay
Guess what,
within
Mr. Baz?
their-
They let us keep the knives.
They always fucking do.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a very bad idea. But if you are willing to take the knife wielding children along with us to find Rita, that's fine.
If they're so confident in their ability to survive on their own, I wonder if they've got their swimming badges yet. Looks at River.
There's a distinct blanching of the face as you say that. Like someone maybe didn't take the river rat trait.
Please do not kill the children, as obnoxious as
Throw
they
us
may
in.
be.
We can help. We're always happy to help. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Besides, without us, you won't know where Ollie is.
Holly,
Ollie, yeah, Ollie, Scoutmaster, short bloke. Yeah, that's why the higher ups get him to teach us because he's short like we are.
all right.
A dwarf.
What? You must be having a giraffe. Nah, What's the word again? I can't remember, bro.
No,
Yeah, I
aura
also
of
can't
calm
remember.
again on these two, and the whole bunch.
Just knock the children's heads together.
No, it doesn't. No, aura of calm just makes everybody. It
You
is.
just smack their heads with your stone hands. It'll be fine.
maybe-
No. The way the aura calm works is that I can just put my hand on their shoulder. It suppresses or resumes this aura as a swift action as long as the aura of calm is active. Any creature within its radius must succeed or will save. DC 10 plus half the Guru's level. It's just an aura that makes everybody chill out. So they can't really make.
Unfortunately, you're fighting the youthful power of like, what's the word?
Youthfulness.
You're fighting literally what
Youthfulness.
everything Bronze Age mindset talks about, which is like youthful
Yeah.
flame.
Yeah.
And these two rolled really well on that save.
All right. So no. Okay.
There's a depiction of both of them going in unison. Nonce.
I literally just tried to put my hand on their shoulders and I'm like, look, lads, can
Put
you
your
calm
hands
the
on
fuck
children,
down?
yeah.
No, stop! It's my whole time. It's everything I do.
You need
today
to
is
jump
my
to
hand.
another fence post, my dear.
Again, that weird, like, almost goat-like laugh.
Goddamn, fuck these two little dicks. Alright, well
That's
let's
the wrong fence post again.
Alright, well let's just go fucking try to re. Okay,
Speaking
let's
of boomer lingo, it does kind of look like Neri is bricked up right now.
She seems a little amped up.
just
Call me
trying to
Bob
get
the
these
Builder
kids
because
to
I'm always
stop-
flipping bricks.
to stop being so freaking lame. And I don't know a word for that.
Go, you lead the way, chimney chuff. We'll follow behind.
Well, as my old scoutmaster
Nothing.
used to say, spare the rod, spoil the child.
That's the spirit, boss.
Alright, shall we go try to find
Silent, bruv. Pass the bottle around, bruv.
No, don't give any liquor to these kids.
You wanted to give liquor to
They
a
brought their own.
14-year-old.
That was in a different circumstance.
They brought their own.
That was to try and get him from stopping to trip balls into outer space.
Listen, they're gonna need to spend time around us. I think it's best they're drunk.
Could you please take these two little fuckwits off my property for the love of all that's good and holy? I'll do anything.
Don't worry, we'll.
Could I get a
I'll
random
take them.
potion?
Sorry. Let me check the back.
Yeah.
How about for your boat?
I should skip to the front
Actually, I don't think the boat would be necessarily good.
I can
because it,
lend
like,
you the
goes
boat.
down
It
the
wouldn't-
road.
I mean, I've got them spares. We took the other one, but
Well,
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be working here all day.
And we came up from the direction where the river's flowing down to, so I don't think it would head in the right
No,
direction.
it's
through
a
the
gentle
waterfall.
one. Even I can make it up that thing.
door.
Tell you what.
That waterfall?
Yeah. You got to remember, he'll make a gesture with his hands. Mage.
No.
Magic, bending the forces of nature to my will, like fairly effortlessly.
Well, could you?
Arrows
If
will
that would
make
be
a-
easier, would you?
I'm literally a weather mage.
All right, would you? Well, if that's the case, would you help us on our way? As
Wait, if you're a weather mage, why the fuck is it so
Uh-oh.
warm?
Captain, $20. Elaine, you know who shows up.
Could before this person
A what?
shows up, could I make grandiose hand gestures and lift up a rope and be like, huzzah!
That's the spirit.
No, wait,
Oh, God.
hold on.
Captain, can you send me the artwork again? I'll get that sorted out for you.
Oh no.
I'm trying to show off that I can
Mopus.
also do things.
I have run out of cigarettes because somebody forgot to get my cigarettes today.
Someone should have
Sounds
gone
like
to the
someone
store
is
with me.
destroying their lungs.
That was a call I wasn't expecting, but there we go.
I mean, understandable. I mean,
Destroying
true.
their lungs in style.
Imagine
Yeah.
literally I'm not sure I can use the uncensored, but we're just not going to zoom in on that character.
Just put a big
Uh,
black smear over it.
Okay, Penny, avert
Or be a white
your
smear. I don't want to
eyes.
be racist.
Why?
don't zoom in on this character, okay?
Okay,
That's very scary.
There's some things written on this character artwork I don't want to see seen on stream for reasons of not wanting to get this stream shit canned at the 11th hour.
Can I at least see it in like players chat?
You can look at it in your own time when not on stream.
Wow.
There's a very good reason for it.
I showed then just in general.
What the hell are you cunts up to?
Zoomed out. It's just a Burger King crown.
There we go. It's okay. I flipped horizontally.
The king is here. Everyone bow.
It is that kind of channel. There was a small child wearing a you know those scout bandanas.
No.
You know those scout bandanas. They've got their scout bandana that's wrapped around their chin, and has got an ornate wooden crown on their brow.
Oh no!
It is a young girl with quite bushy eyebrows. I see Elaine is femoid.
I'd like to do sense nobility on this king thing.
Actually, good idea. I'll join you. I'll assist.
Okay, boy.
Aiden, he has a crown. You should instantly and naturally trust him.
Yeah, I probably should, honestly, instantly notice that it's...
Heroic paladin charges 20 foot to beat small child.
This is the figure of something for me. This is Elaine. Also nicknamed Elaine the Bane. She's the reason that the scouting industry hasn't taken off yet.
What do I know with my role about Elaine, other than that?
Elaine is perhaps the most singular cantankerous scout in the entire industry.
But literally, is an ability.
I've been told the official statement is knowledge and ability. The response is better than you.
All right, I'll bow. Yo, dude, I'm a monarchist.
Enough of the pleasantries. Get on with it.
Well, wait a minute. What does Elaine...
Families were nobles. They aren't now.
Wait, what does Elaine want here? And I don't even know how she got summoned.
I'm just here to look after these two idiots.
Well, I think we're going to...
Great, that solves that problem of what do we do with these two idiots. Let's go find out.
Okay, all right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll go do something else then.
The look on the two faces says, "Please take us somewhere else, anywhere else. Leave us on the road, anywhere else."
It sounds really good. If Elaine's here to take care of you, we'll go on our way. We weren't actually here to. We had nothing to do with you, so.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to make you roll since I forget a secret message. Secret message. Please, for the love of all that's good and holy, get us out of here.
No, this guy with the crown seems like an excellent wordsmith. Hell, I bet he knows loads of good words, such as...
he knows certainly one word, that's for sure.
Friendship.
Considering his beautiful crown.
Elaine puts a hand on each of the brothers' shoulders. Would you like to go off the plane?
No.
It would be, for reference, identifying Elaine is not knowledge and ability, it's knowledge planes.
Oh, okay.
I want to see if
Would Baz intrinsically know who Elaine is?
Yes, and you should be frightened. There are a few things more cognitive hazardous than Elaine.
Oh yeah, Penny did quite well. Our rolls have been alright today. For once, fucking roll 20.
Elaine is the official... There was an official liaison set up between the scouting movement and the scouts themselves. That's Elaine. She is technically one of the highest ranking scouts that is not a worm scout.
Worm scout?
So is he basically a scout from another dimension?
She is the scouting equivalent of a commissar.
Ah.
Well,
Well, again, good kids. Have fun. Looks like your
daycare has arrived.
your daycare's
They
here.
would literally they would literally rather go with Bricktop here. They would rather go with.
Well, of course, they'd rather go with Bricktop.
They would rather go with literally anyone else other than Elaine.
Tell you what, Elaine, I can take these two idiots off your hands for, well, at least another day. Send them back home afterwards, and you'll get to enjoy some peace and fucking quiet.
Sounds good.
All right.
Besides,
Unfortunately, that means that we're saddled still with the twins.
they both breathe a sigh of relief.
Well, kids, I hope that you're thankful to Bricktop, to Baz here, because most of us would not have been so polite.
They both hurriedly go and fetch their walking staves.
All right.
Yeah, and if you fuck around, you're gonna be on the plane with Elaine and it. So.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be following behind just to make sure.
Oh, is he gonna be
The look
in a
of
plane?
terror that spreads between two brothers is palpable.
Let's behave now.
You don't want to tell them that if they fuck around, they'll find out, Mark?
The Wibbleston
Doesn't
will
rhyme though, does it?
tell you what. Here's that potion you wanted.
Oh, thank you.
No, mine.
And well,
I know it's for Penny, but it's just a thank you either way. Still polite of the old
how else I can
geezer.
help? Geezer, I'm 34 years old. I'll have you know.
A wise young
Does the
lad.
island cause some kind of aging?
There's a lot of radium in granite.
I see.
A lot of radium.
So the whole thing is radioactive.
Yes.
Well, be careful, lads and lasses, about what you consume here. And ladettes, yeah.
I hope that you're not too attached to your jaw.
Right.
I mean, if it isn't.
He'll
to
shake
me,
his head. Don't worry, I have the implant and everything. He'll hold up his hand as a scar that goes down his palm.
Oof.
Keeps me from getting
Nanomachines,
into-
son.
Nanomachines.
There's a
So
bit of
shall
coral and
we...
you'll regrow a limb if you want to.
Oh.
Can I get you anything else? Tea, food, magical items?
Was there anything anyone else would like from our coral-jawed friend?
I would like to show him Chubbs and say, anything he might like?
Let me fetch. Grab that. Here, take this. He'll hand over a candle.
Thank you.
Attracts flies like an absolute bastard.
Oh, thank you.
This
Trying to get
chemical
rid of
will
for a
turn
while.
the frog trans.
I've been trying to get rid of this candle for a while. I tried to make a candle of invocation, but it didn't quite work. All I managed to summon was flies.
How long does this candle last?
That's the advantage. It keeps for pretty much forever.
Oh, thank you, mister.
As far as I can tell. I've been burning it for a while. It doesn't do it. I was hoping it would at least get like a big fly or something, but
Eris,
No,
you
nothing
can put
yet.
it on top of your frog, on top of your head, and then have a big tower of candle frog Eris.
yeah. When you see Rita, send her back here, and I'll cut you a deal.
All right.
You need anything made? I'm an artificer by trade. I'll make anything you wish.
Well, thank you, sir.
Actually, sir, I've got a quick question for you. He'll,
All right.
hand him his traveling kettle. Say, could you quickly run a current through this? If you
Oh, sure.
please.
Hang on. He'll go back into the building, return. He's got appears to be these metal wands with copper, and there's these glass bulbs at the bottom of each. In each bulb, there is a small lizard curled up asleep. Come on, boys! Tick, tick, tick. As he taps them together like just a heavy, like. Come on, boys! Okay, and as he presses the two probes together on the kettle, both the little lizards go and just both eject lightning out of their bodies.
No animals have been harmed in the making of this session.
If anyone has more nature or dungeoneering, you may roll it.
Yes.
Well, no cats so far.
Dungeoneer or nature, right?
Yep.
Do you have anything that wards off cats?
Uh-oh.
Anti-catnip.
Well, we might have to worry about those cats in the future, to be fair.
Oh yeah, hang on, let me fetch it. Here you go. He'll hand you a bundle of lavender. Should get rid of them.
Oh, so now we are prepared for the cat,
Apocalypse.
Gets rid of most everything.
the catastrophe that may occur. I'm sorry.
You're not.
Temptation to say, you
Not even a little.
misunderstand. I meant stop existing, not just stop bothering me, rising. But I'm not actually going to say it because I think we should probably leave.
Could you people please leave my porch? You are bringing down the tone. Good grief.
All right, well-
You'll slam the door shut behind him.
Oh,
All right, very well.
All right, bye. Well, we'll
The
try. Our
kettle
best.
is charged, by the way.
Lovely.
Those who rolled a... Did anyone roll the...
me.
'Cause
Well,
you have
I
no
was
idea what
just
those
the-
creatures
the
were. Those are
knowledge
weird
creature.
little lizardy creatures. You don't know what they were.
lizard.
Nature or dungeoneering?
Oh, well, if I'm down here, I'll do nature. I missed that. Those corresponding other shit.
I think it would be too high, so 16.
It was nature or dungeoneering. I don't know
Yeah.
either one.
Let's see
Well,
if it's
do
any rise
nature.
in
See
16.
what happens. Why not? What?
Roll another one. Roll it.
Aiden.
Han, with a 16, you know this. Those are shocker lizards. If you
I
have
would
two
like
of them
to
side by side, they emit an electrical current.
No.
I would like to reintroduce you all to
Whoa.
the
Oh, wait,
notion
hang
of
on.
banning
Then
Aiden from
10,000,
all.
not 100.
I know,
Good
10,000. Sorry.
grief.
Take that one. God damn it. That's what I get for rolling when I'm not spec'd in.
Okay, that's good.
It still would have been a crit fail anyway.
By the way, Bill, could you check the player's
I
chat
know, it's
in a bit?
just a meme.
Oh, certainly can. Let me see. Oh, don't worry. Will be soon, actually. On the last note, could you roll me a one D1000? Okay. You feel unwell.
Oh, great.
Near you feel like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
With a heave, you vomit forth 271 copper pieces into a nearby bush.
Okay, cool.
They are each inscribed with a tiny crab.
It's a blessing.
This is like blessing. Holy shit.
Oh, no,
Actually, hang on. I don't want to give these to anyone here on this island until I figure some shit out.
You can keep him.
I'm gonna keep them, but I'm not gonna trade them until I'm aware of what the fuck that is.
Okay. Just note it down. 271 crab coins.
Crab coin.
Copper crab coins.
Oh no, it's
What's this
gold.
NFT?
God.
Yeah, so what's this NFT about?
These new shit coins are really getting out of control.
Indeed.
And before you progress on to the next map, I believe we shall call it there for the evening because it is midnight.
True.
And some people have to get back to their busy schedule of dying from heat stroke. This miserable
God.
weather.
It's finally like not
Well, recovering
death
from
worthy
heat
right now.
stroke.
Yeah, I'm recovering from it now.
As people do have lives outside of this game. So we'll hope to reconvene next week.
Yep.
Should we have our closing statements for the evening, running from the top? Aiden.
Huh? What?
Closing statements.
Oh, well, I now have a lot of new NFTs that I'm very excited about to see how they're worth nothing.
Mark.
Oh, I've got nothing. Just come back next week when we carry on playing.
Han.
Just a final little thing I would like to do, which is that Bricktop or definitely not Bricktop, will turn to the two brothers and say, well, you know our policy on alcohol, lads. Give me some and I'll look the other way.
Right, your boss. They'll hand forward a hip flask. The stronger stuff.
Take a big sip,
Of course.
then hand it back.
The poutine rushes through your system like napalm through a Vietnamese village.
God. Oh no.
It's been long enough. It was the 70s.
I know,
I wonder
but
if there are any
goddamn.
cats in the village.
Good old
No.
Eli special.
Yeah, mainly stick to the panache or the cider. Yeah, it's warm these days.
And that'll be it for me.
Penny.
Well, Eris is glad she has now a candle. It'll help keep Jebs fed. And she will then also somehow find out what that potion is she got. And yeah, I'm happy how it went. I'm sorry for technical issues at the beginning, right before the session.
Oh, no.
My headphones died, and OBS was set to, well, the audio of my headphones, which I
Don't worry
didn't
about it
have
at all,
connected.
Penny.
I do.
It was the earliest we ever started.
Unironically.
And Oozler, if you'd be so kind.
I think all I have to say is that referring to the children as as worthless NFTs, Aiden, is accurate.
Oh no, that's not exactly what I meant, but why not? All right.
Yeah, just be careful because it's it's a very young NFT. You don't want to give anyone the wrong ideas about
Right.
touching the kid coin.
Or about what its value is or anything. Yeah, maybe hold off on it until it builds some more value and accrues that before you put it on sale. You know what I mean?
To groom it to full fruition.
Exactly. God damn it! Holy sh- It's a
Until then, you
horrible
can-
analogy, but
You can test whether it sinks or swims in the real world by throwing it in the river.
Good news, everyone! We now have a functioning version of this character sheet because, thankfully, the
Oh my
person who
God.
supplied it edited out the things that I wasn't allowed to show you.
there were certain things on the
Official
Burger King
scouting
crown.
master.
Now he's the official scouting master.
So
Yay!
Trigger crown, okay?
There definitely weren't any things on
Burger
that
Kroger.
crown that were
Almost
not
burgers.
acceptable.
And
Beforehand.
from myself, I hope to see you all again next week. Things will be picking up a little bit from here on in. I will say that much. I hope you
Okay.
all like caves.
Well, it wouldn't be an RPG without in the cave.
Oh
Uh-oh.
wait, no. There's something even better next week.
No.
Should have been the namesake of the session, so I might have to switch things around. But just remember, things could always
Oh,
be
no.
worse.
Okay.
I prefer coves, but I can make do with caves.
Well, I'll be perfectly at home. It might be a rocky position for others, but not for me.
Hope to see you all again next week.